Cheaper than beef now.
Well, when I was living up there, man,
Shit.
I'd hit hard times, and the reservation didn't care what side of the fence you lived on. So I could go over to the reservation, and they'd give me 10 pounds of meat a month, man. It was all elk. And then I could get 5 pounds of trout jerky, too. So the local meat locker was a
Oh,
nice place to. Yeah, because I got a Cutlass SS loaner from a buddy that I blew a transmission out going by rifle, and we pushed it all the way into rifle because he didn't have any tow bars or nothing. And then yeah, he was cool enough to drop me by the meat locker, and I walked back over to his place while I was hanging out there. That was after the fallout with the first wife, man. It's like her family owned property up there. I didn't, so it was like, get out. It's like, all right, mountains, I'll make this work. Fuck, I can figure this shit out. I'm a pilot, I can fly.
Upstates they were.
Yep, yep.
can everyone hear me?
Yep, we can hear you fine.
Yeah, I can hear you. Oh, I'm not sure if elk is going to be cheaper than beef though, because have you
No.
guys seen bullet prices recently?
Oh, and the thing is you can actually transfer game meats over state lines by governor laws or different legislation in the states. So, like, I've got a meat locker in the state I'm in that actually does have the permit to import it, but they make it astronomically expensive, man. It goes up to like $7 to $8 a pound to get it, you know.
Wait,
So,
you can't transport meat across state lines?
not game
Usually no.
meats. Only
Not game.
domesticated. This is how big business controls how things. You can't even do that with raw milk, by the way, too. In case you didn't know that. Like if you had a family
What
member
the
that owned a dairy farm in Nebraska and you wanted to move some just raw milk across state lines, it is actually a federal fucking crime, dude. It is a felony. Yep.
That's so much fucking horseshit.
It is. It really is.
It
It's a
is.
lot of these, and see, that's what it is. It's a lot of these laws that have been on the books since the early 1900s when people needed to be protected from, snake oil salesmen. But now it's like we're a globally connected economy and communication cycle, so it's really easy for people to know what's good and bad if they want to research it. We don't need the government to do that shit for us.
I really need to start researching more of these fucking laws because there's so
Oh.
many weird edge cases where they just didn't exist where I grew up
Oh yeah.
because of how fucking isolated we are.
It's yeah. A lot of people are stunned when they actually get older and start looking into what you can and can't do. It's like you own property and you think you can do shit with it, and then you find out really what you're paying is you're a lease tenant to the government as long as you pay your taxes, and you can't do a fucking thing on your own property unless you get their permission through a permit.
Well, some
I
places
knew about that
you
one.
can't even have sex in the positions that you want. You got to be straight missionary.
Yeah.
Especially in
No,
Utah.
oral sex is still illegal in something like 29 states. It's fucking insane.
Yes. Oh yes. That's yeah. Don't put your mouth there.
Oral sex is not sex. Thank you, Mr. Clinton.
Well, see, nothing's illegal in Washington because they've had legalized marijuana laws in our state, in our federal capital, for over 2 decades now. It's awful funny that the legislators that say you can't get high have been getting high for a couple of decades now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's only a crime if you're poor or you get caught.
And you're not in
Or you're
Washington
black.
D.C. Oh, that's
Yeah.
that just makes everything a crime in the United States, and that's really sad, man. That is really really sad. So, but we
Yep.
won't go down those religion and political lanes. That starts causing great divides. It's bad enough you guys
That's
are in
true.
a room facing an angel that might want to turn around and rip your heads off.
I think Chandler's
Yeah.
kind of nice. I don't think he
That's
did
why.
that.
That's why I like being a turtle. I can tuck my head. Whoop, missed me.
You're not a turtle anymore, Mr. Roden.
That's gonna get some. Yeah, that's gonna get my ass kicked.
Well, it looks like we got pretty much a quorum. I'm not sure if we're missing anyone.
Let's see. Everybody's on Discord. I don't see him in.
He's not in quite yet. He just dropped a message saying that he's finishing the scene. Might be for another game.
Hi, all.
Hey,
All right.
Well, when last we left off, the adventurers had just come up a set of stairs into an upper clock tower of the Tower of Arodens. There within you see the 4 clock faces going off to the different directions, most likely pointing to directions in Axios, as you see the angels crying, covered in what looks like small to large cog pieces, which are growing up her gown and into her legs and somewhat her flesh. You see her tears are rolling down her arms and her chest as they seem to become the magical energy that fuels whatever these cogs are doing in the building below. You see that the clock faces are showing the time is trying to move backwards as these clock gears grind against wanting to go forward in time. Electrical pulses of energy from the 4 directions are firing back at her. They in turn hit a shield that's wrapped around her that ripples with energy. As this energy crosses the room, you feel this wave of nausea, pain, and then a burning sensation whip over you, depending upon the ethics you have. That energy has greater effect or lesser effect. Otherwise, she is inside this bubble of energy crying immensely. You hear her singing again. She is singing another song. I will now post that to you as you hear her start to sing this second landing. As she's singing, you just see the tears flow as she grips the hammer more and more.
Where was the song posted at?
Should be popping up in your queue right now. I hate that about Roll20.
Sometimes it just takes a while and a lot of good praise for it to warm up.
Yeah. I have been running my Foundry VTT game for my Ravenloft game, and it's going smooth. I'm liking it a lot. I think next month I'll throw out an invite to everybody to try to do a Pathfinder game in it and see what you all think. So, just to try a session. It'll be nothing more than a combat scenario kind of thing. Did it show up? I'm going to put it in all players' journals now and then try to post it again. There we go. I saw it pop my kitties.
And if it's okay, I'd like to transcribe this song as well, since I can't be in the room.
Yeah, you can hear it. Everybody can hear it singing. It is so loud it vibrates the cogs in the wall, and it's also giving power to the walls as well.
Is she singing this in common?
Yes, she's singing this in all languages. She's singing it through tongues. Almost a reverse of it. Those that can see her crying, which are anybody that poked their head up that didn't take any damage or didn't take damage through one of the waves, can see that she's also clutching in her left hand what looks like a broken cogwheel. And in the center of it is the Eye of Arodens, his symbol.
He's reading.
To be honest, this field is kind of mildly concerning to me because even the tanky people who don't match the ability or the alignments will get ashed pretty quickly if they can step into that room. Because that's a lot of damn damage.
Yup. So she stops singing that lament, and then she moves back into her first one. She seems to be rotating through these same laments. Each one seems to have a cycle of, around 6 phases of the room's color change.
And I try to sync the color changes to which verse is causing the color change.
Okay. You don't think it's her. They don't seem to have a sync, like a rhythm to it. It seems to be something, an outside force. Whatever force is rippling through the walls is what's causing the color change in the room.
Okay. So it's not her singing that's causing that?
Correct. Is there anybody that's got a high alchemy skill?
Oh.
Not I.
Not I.
Also, is this energy ripples the reason you feel damage in the lower areas? I got to point this out too. All of you guys feel the pain initiate from your eldritch marks. I didn't quantify that last game. I am now. So when you felt the wave of pain ripple through you and tear into you, like it was trying to erase you, that started at your birthmarks, whatever you want to call them, or your eldritch signs, and they are burning through that direction. Those that don't have eldritch marks did not feel the pain and did not take the damage.
Oh, there's a fucking good thing. This
So
place
those
scared
looking,
the shit out of me.
notice Gojin is unfazed by the room's energy.
It sure phased me at the front fucking door.
Yes, but not standing in the hallway. It's under, God, what was it under?
Yep. Gotta spell it out.
And we know this big adamantine stick can be used here, but I don't know how.
It's one of the clock hands.
That's right, thank you.
Well, you said you gotta plant something in her chest?
Golden sword belongs
Cane.
in or on the anvil. The only anvil in this room is the symbol of an anvil on her chest.
Try to use the clock hand to cut our way
it's
through
craft.
that bubble over there, keeping her
It
safe.
does exist. Sorry. It's
Because we know the Knockwill stick displays absolutely incredible anti-magic properties.
It
Use
goes on
that to cut a safe passage?
It goes on the clock. You see it above our
This
heads.
is true. This is true, but I'm concerned about setting off the next stage of the trap.
Oh,
It's kind of like trying to switch around the pieces off a chessboard, you know?
that's all I have.
I'll give everybody a perception as well. The sounds in this room are incredibly deafening in a lot of ways. But,
Did anything about it?
oh,
Not have.
oh no. The ripple back from the energy is something common. I'll give you both things here in just a second because you also got the perception.
Okay.
Let me go that. Looks like everybody got the perception.
Oh.
Except Bosco, sorry. That was 3 points under.
Okay. But I got 9 more from gear that I'm not
Oh, sorry.
adding up.
Then you did hear. You did hear as well. Sorry, I didn't notice that until just now.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, you're cool. So, those that first Kitty, you're looking at this room and seeing what's going on with a little bit of singed whisker hair, and the you think you figured out kind of what's going on in the room. Since you've got the skill of crafting with alchemy, you understand there is something known as rational time when you're mixing elixirs that you can't speed up. You could hit it with a haste or anything like that, but it doesn't change the way the ergoments actually work. And it's because there is a factor that you can't control unless you're a really powerful mage, and that's time itself. So what the back feed of energy is coming into this room is she is actually trying to affect all time. Not just the time in this room, not just the time in this tower. She's trying to use Axios in this area here to help her channel time backwards. Because remember, there is a lawful way that the cosmos moves. All laws, including day and night, including time, follow the laws and the energy of Axios that flow out of this plane of existence into the rest of the multiverse. Look at this as the reason why there's day and night. Because Axios turns and that byproduct energy helps the suns rise and the sun sets, or the gods move across the sky. Whatever the belief system is that's currently used by the character. She's trying to use that same power at the core of Axios to turn it back. She's making it stutter.
Okay.
And this stuttering you see that's happening here, you've seen it before. You all saw the stuttering 10 years ago.
Yeah,
You lost 2 weeks of time. You individually felt the stutter. No one stole 2 weeks of time from you. You were directly impacted by what she is doing. She moved you back 2 weeks in time. She took away that time, or she made it skip forward. It's really hard to tell which one actually happened because the way you awoke dead. And others around you perceived you as dead and delivered you to the twice-born animated dead supplier in Kermaga. So you're seeing this, and you've seen it before because you've seen it with your... Every time you guys go through magical analysis of each other to see if something's changed, you've noticed this latent energy that you now see in the walls, just like a spotlight. Before it was like this trickle of weird energy that's always about you guys that made you a little different, and you thought it was the mythic part. And it's not. It's what's going on in this room. It's been directly impacting all of you, regardless of what world you were on, regardless of what time you were in.
Why? Why us?
So with the perceptions, I'll go to that now. In between her choruses of her lament song that she's singing in sadness and in despair, you hear another voice echo back outside. It is a Voli. They're actually singing in unison 2 different songs. You can now hear her. The Axios that brought you here was a half-elven green female that when she moved, her hair actually rippled runes of energy in the air. She was your guide to this place in Axios, but she refused to come in with you. And she was outside. When she beheld the city of Arodens, she fell to her knees and began to cry. And she could not look upon it. And she stayed outside as you all moved across the bridge and had your first encounter with the Goliath clockwork constructs.
But now we hear her.
You hear her clearly still singing the same song and crying. But you hear her clearly regardless of where she is. And she's faint. That clearness, though, is still faint, but it's in the background. And it's like both of them can hear each other by the way that they're doing this weird kind of duet.
Okay.
It sounds as though the song that Avoli is singing, Avoli, outside, is singing one of letting go. And Avola, inside, the angel, does not want time to go forward. She can't let go of the loss. All of her laments are about her not letting go of the loss.
I wish I knew how to sing to join in.
Maybe we should join a choir. Is the songs being sung by, let's say, downstairs? Would we know whether it disrupts the song that she's making? Is she basically trying to combat what the angel in here is doing with her song, with the song outside?
I'll give you a sense motive on that.
Is the Tears of Wine, is it still going?
Who, me?
Well, no, there was someone cast the Tears of Wine, which gave us bonuses to wisdom and intelligence skill checks. I was asking whether that still should be going or not.
Misremembering, but I remember him saying that he could keep that up going forever because it makes like gallons or something.
Right. So we'll
Yeah.
say yes.
Okay.
Again, I might be misremembering though.
No, I think it was as well, but I wanted to make sure I'd got that right. So you add plus
Yep.
10 to that.
Yes. Yes. You and Sorrel get high enough to understand that it sounds like Avoli is pleading with someone she perceives as her mother to end her grief. And the songs are a rebuttal of that wanting to move on. All of the laments that have been sung that you've heard point towards her and Arodens' close bond. This last one throws it over the top because it was obvious that she was in love with Aroden incredibly deeply. More than maybe she ever acknowledged to him. So you think the songs aren't in unison? The songs are a rebuttal. One is, I'm going to keep my depression, and the other one is, let go of it. Help move forward like I have. That's what you're getting from the sense motive.
Avoy is singing about her depression and she doesn't want to give it up.
Yep, the angel in the
Avoli
room
downstairs is
pleading
asking
with
her to.
let it go.
Yeah.
Because you guys did meet Avoli. She was summoned, but she's living a life outside of Axios. And Aroden's been dead for some time now.
She's trying to move forward. Yeah.
Yeah, she still has grief. She had grief when she saw the city. But she's left the city.
Nowhere in the songs does it looks like she's blaming herself.
It sort of does feel like when she's singing them that she's grieving, but also she doesn't know why he left, I suppose it would be.
From some of the visions you had prior on the lower floors, you did.
Yeah, we had a vision.
Yes.
Where she whispered something to him. He turned, a portal, a gate, or whatever appeared. He stepped through, and then she immediately dropped to her knees and started crying. So whatever happened at that instant is what ended Aroden, or when he moved. I don't know. Yeah, look at Aroden. He was a mortal who became a god. What's after becoming a god? Did he die, or did he just move to another plane of existence we can't perceive? So we think he's dead.
He's lost to her, that's all that matters.
Yeah, whatever happened, our perception is he's gone. Divine conduits, everything are cut. And when he stepped through that portal gate or whatever it was, when he turned and stepped through it, is when it happened.
I think she also wants to know why, because the Song of Sorrow talks about, I guess I'll never know why you had to leave. That could be one of the elements that is. She wants to find out why he left.
Something she said to him. A secret that
It could have been.
shouldn't have been shared. That's something we got, was a secret that shouldn't have been shared. Something. Hell, maybe she told him she loved him and he turned and walked away. I don't know. She's the only one that knows what was said.
Well, you might exclude that one due to the fact that almost all patrons love their god.
Correct. But nowhere in her songs does it sound like she's blaming herself for him going away.
No,
Which
but
would-
she does ripple through anger.
Well, yeah.
Okay,
If-
what were we supposed to say?
If my divine conduit was cut, I'd be
Sword
angry.
in
I'd
the
be
ember.
sad. It'd be all kinds of emotions. Anger shields you from a lot of stuff.
Do we still have that little time stop green stone?
Nope, it shattered
No.
in the last level.
It's shattered. But what I remember is this giant animite clock piece can be put in the clock.
But it shifts
If time-
from phase to phase.
Right, so you'd have, I don't know how it would interact, or that's Gojin. Probably tell you if it's a big trap or how you have to place the hand at a certain point in time to get it to snap into place and
Actually, do your craft alchemy.
maybe stop it from shifting or pause it enough to, I don't know. I just know I ate crow because it is needed. I just don't know how.
Do you
That
wanna
and we
search
also have to
that
get someone
significant-
fast because
Yeah.
the spot jumps around randomly.
Roll a die 8.
There's a pattern to it. I just can't figure it out.
Still. Bad.
Can I cast luck for the day?
This is
Use it
Axiom.
for
There's
that.
definitely a pattern
Give
to
you
it.
that roll, that
Exactly.
last one.
That's better.
Okay. All of you have high perception, so you guys notice Kitty's whiskers kind of flatten, like she's in deep thought, as she's looking at the different phases the room goes through. And then you just see, and Sorrel and Darmus, who have traveled with her for so long, see that eye of realization as her eyes widen and those whiskers flood back out to a fan. You got it. Yes, they don't need to be strong because all of the power being used by Avoe in the room is trying to move back time. You believe that if somebody takes that clock piece and runs to the different areas and puts it on the cog when it appears, that possibly they could lightly push time forward. Time already has a momentum energy around it, like alchemists use all the time for ergoments and things like that. It's it's in some ways their aid and adversary at times. But this light push would move time forward in this room. And your belief is time moving forward in this room will show the decay. None of this is here. All this effect is caused by her moving time backwards, not forward. So anybody able to do that may be able to give a period of time that the effects in this room don't exist, because this tower really shouldn't exist. You're getting that what she's doing is what's keeping the entire city here in Axios going. The destroyers want to reclaim this area because time has moved forward. So the Goliaths chew through the buildings. Her will to turn back time rebuilds the buildings with nobody here. She's forcing time back before they're trying to destroy it. and move it back forward even more time to when Aroden was still here. Your light push forward allows the decay that should come.
Okay.
Which means these energy effects of time, because all of this power going on in this room, you're thinking it's a rippling effect of her fucking with time. And because it's her, it's even rippling out possibly that type of forbiddance. Because what's stronger in the heart of an angel than their ethics? And she's even fucking with time so hard that it's rippling out her convictions in a form of energy that's hurting everybody around. Especially those that are, and as everyone can see on the side of her shoulder, she bears the same symbol you all do. She is mythic as well. So the clock hand ran to the different faces, put onto the cog, and pushed lightly forward.
Is it heavy?
Oh yeah, it's a 20-foot beam of fucking non-quil andamite. It weighs about 100 pounds.
I could do it.
I don't know if
Because I'm not affected by the energies just because of my alignment with the ethics.
So I will give you, and you only, Kitty, because you got the craft alchemy, a knowledge arcane.
Fuck.
Still a good roll, even though you blew it. Well, she got the bonuses from the bard shipment. That helps out a lot, right?
Yeah.
So in skill checks, you can't fumble. So, your roll's high enough to realize that somebody pushing that bar forward would probably give at least 12 seconds, maybe 10 to 12 seconds, that this room would exist in the correct time it's supposed to be in. Which is about a round or two of no energy effects, or belaying the coming of another effect. So in other words, there's a neutral status of this room. It comes right after that energy goes off on the lawful side, which is the cog face. Okay? So when the cog image appears and you can see where to place it, if it's ran over there in that round and used, then it could make the next round extend several rounds. So if it's done right after that, which is the neutral phase where nobody's hurt being up there,
Well, that's
then
fine.
that would give you 2 to 3 rounds before the next change comes. The also, there's a side to this too. She's protecting herself from the energies of this room. It will definitely get her attention.
Okay, so who's strong enough to carry that and run with it?
I'm going to use the restroom while you guys talk about it. I'll be right back.
I can make any of you strong enough to carry it.
Well, 2 of us are already strong enough.
And I can make you fly.
I have a spell that can reduce the weight of my armor, so I move at my full speed.
I would offer to cast throw, but right now I'm kind of hurting.
You'd offer to cast what?
Throw. It's where I pick you up and I toss you towards you need to go.
Oh.
It's like dwarf tossing.
Hell yeah.
Nobody
It's the sport of my people.
I'm gonna say, it sounds like when I used to play Blood Bowl and you used to pick up like snotlings and throw them across the pitch.
Exactly. Great time.
Yeah.
The
Let's
team
see how
almost
far
won
I
the
can throw
regional.
this snotling.
I guess we could all get to buffing right now.
But if for whatever reason it's missed or the timing's off, I'm the only one that's not going to take any damage when it ticks again. Well, myself and Gojin, and she's not being affected at all.
an Empress, but she's
I'm
not
fully going
strong enough
to
carry it.
cry
Empress.
softly.
But another point is, if we do get her attention, and she sees a rodent moving time forward, is that going to be a positive effect or a bad effect? Is she going to be like, what the? Or is that going to be enough to snap out of it saying, oh my God, he's trying to make it move forward? I don't know how deep the psychosis and depression and all that stuff goes, but if the one person she's sad about being gone, she sees him moving time forward, maybe it'll be enough to snap her out of her date. She might not attack right away. Or if she's
That's true.
a six-armed bug, she might attack, or if she sees somebody else that she doesn't recognize, she might take it as a affront and physically attack, which I don't want that. I mean, all of us, maybe we could take her down, but it'd be hard pressed.
We didn't come here to kill her. We came to ask for help.
And the sword wants to be placed in the animal because he wants all this to go away. He knows it should be gone too. Well, he obviously knows what's causing it to stay. She is. And being the sword, its way to correct the problem is to end her. It'll all stop. But we need her.
I do agree. Killing does end problems rather quickly.
Right, but we came here for her help.
Sword is a weapon. He'll tend to deal with problems like a weapon would.
Exactly.
Well, for the reasons given above, with tears in my eyes, I'm going to hand the stick off to you. Please treat her well.
At least you were right and I was wrong.
In the background, you can hear some light orchestral music taking you along with this releasing of something he's very precious to.
Honestly, I'm amazed that I was right that's needed to solve the tower, but it feels good. It feels really good.
Okay, so
Let me go to the
Katie's
bathroom.
just gonna walk
That's
over
why I
to
tried
Darmus and push him. Come on! Let's not talk about this. Go!
Well, let me use the bathroom and I will.
I think the decision's been made.
You know, we've really come together as a team. No longer are insults being hurled each other's ways, just forward progress in mourning. Feels good.
So we're leaving, right?
No.
Damn it.
Not yet. I mean, yes, we are leaving. Just not yet.
Yeah, this bitch still needs to give us our magical MacGuffin. We've been through way too much to not get that bit, or that thing.
I have to place the clock hand after which? Well, I'm sure Kitty will tell me the whole way I'm going.
Good luck. I'll counting on you.
Okay. Well, just need to know, do I have to make any rolls, or what am I rolling here? To find out if we all live or die, or Kitty escapes and gets a new party to finish the job, or what?
I'm gonna get juiced up and ready for whatever happens.
Only in D&D would steroids be the answer to fixing a fucking clock.
they do a good
Goddamn,
job.
It's not the clock that worries us.
Oh, sorry, I missed the
Yeah.
question. What was that?
What does
He
Rob
wants
have to
steroids
do?
to fix the clock.
He wants steroids to fix the clock, huh?
Yeah. I'm
Rob
thinking
wants
the
to know
bubble
if he
we're
has
in.
to do a roll, or how does he
And I was
Yeah.
thinking this is a good spot to get some defensive and offensive buffs. Just in case.
As it goes for fixing this clock, there isn't one. Allowing time to move forward. This clock only exists as a construct to try to move
But you
time
said you
back.
had to push it.
Oh, all you have to do is be a person designating themselves.
Which
Yeah.
Drummers did.
All right, and to do that, all they have to do is make the movement in between the clock phases, touch it lightly, and leave it there. It will drop after the time is being forced backwards. They'll pick it up, and then have to move it to the next one. So by doing
Okay.
that, this is something that a strong and fast person will want to do due to the size of the room.
Or we could hit them with Mythic Haste, which,
That'll
again,
help.
steroids solves the problem.
Yep,
Yep.
Oh yeah, drug abuse.
here you go.
Okay.
Hey.
I footed it was me because if she sees someone else messing with it, she might be offended. But if she sees someone that at first glance appears to be the one person she saw about, maybe that'll help because she'll see that Arodens trying to move time forward. Maybe it'll snap her out of it. We don't know, but that's the going theory, so that's why I'm doing it.
I have something to help you. You let me. I'll just have a look and.
You have my moral support.
Oh,
My axe.
You're not having my bow. You can get your own.
of all the times we've adventured together, this is the first time she's actually said, I have her support.
See?
Would you like a tissue?
No, I think she's really worried. I think that she's really worried.
Isn't there a first level spell that can increase your movement?
Expeditious retreat, but that's to run away.
I could just.
We got plenty casters of haste. If you want it.
Just haste will work. That'll move me up to a 50 base move.
Yeah, but if we use the Mythic version, you can get that sweet, sweet extra move action.
He's,
Which, if you really wanted to go fast, and I mean fast as fuck, I think you might be able to combine that with a Mythic point burn to get the extra standard action for an extra full move.
Negative Ghost
Without-
Rider. I
No?
cannot use mythic abilities.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
I'm not even sure
Yeah,
mythic
that's a
spell,
problem.
what effect they'll have on me.
Well, guess right now is a great time to find out. I'd be more than happy to be the one to cast it on you.
Let me know when everybody's ready.
Well, I have castings on myself. Anybody want to change their combat form? I can adjust you a bit.
I'm
Hell yeah,
always
hook me up.
forgetting a bit buffer.
Can I get Kitty to like kind of moonwalk backwards a little bit?
Okay. Well, you're already doing that just to stay out of the forbiddance effect, but yes.
I'll take whatever you're offering.
Okay. So one person. Anybody else? Somebody said to be tougher.
I'm always into getting more buff, looking more like Arnold Schwarzenegger. So if this is in large person, I'm in.
Can you guys read on Monstrous Physique 4 and Mythic version, second tier Mythic? I mean the 2 points version. Just so you know what you're getting. And pick your own forms.
Damn.
Are we going to be able to fit through the door if we become huge?
She's huge.
Okay, excellent.
Even better.
I'm not sure what forms you know about.
That's always a knowledge check.
Yeah, and if you just want to pick a form for me, because I don't want to speak for what your character would know, I'm
Okay.
good with anything.
Okay, I'll make them.
Make him into a putty tat. That-
I mean, I would prefer to remain vaguely humanoid, but
Yeah. You will.
Don't look like don't make him look like a demon or devil, because that is an angel.
Oh. Well, a giant.
that sounds tasty.
What? Sorry,
Chandler's an angel.
what skill do you want us to roll? Again?
Just do it. Why not?
To know if a monster is a knowledge check for the terrain the creature would be from. So if it's a magical creature, it's knowledge arcane. If it's a subterranean creature, it'd be a dungeoneering. So, on and on and on. So go that route.
What about giants?
Giants are humanoids, so they would actually fall. Well, it depends on if they have magical abilities. If they have any magical abilities whatsoever, like cloud walking, storm giants with thunderbolts, titans, those would still be knowledge arcane. And if they're not, then you would just do it as knowledge, I think geography. So would cover it.
But wait, that would mean I'm bad at this.
Well, the monster's physique is one that you've experienced or that you know that you've learned of. So you can use any of the creatures that you've made knowledge checks on in the campaign so far as well. See, this is one of the shortcomings of Roll20. I like the fact that in other platforms you guys will actually have a journal of everything that you fought. You'll get a journal entry for it so you can go back and peruse those things.
May I suggest a nice fluffy llama?
Huh. Llama get.
What?
She said a nice fluffy llama.
Ah,
No, not. That's the Saturday night recreational thing. We'll leave that for now.
Make him a
Even
gug.
better if it was the llama from that Guardians of the Galaxy game.
Oh shit, that's fucking. That llama was awesome in Guardians of the Galaxy game. That llama was fucking awesome. It was Death Llama.
anyway, two best that I know of are Saurian and Jenny's. Good Jenny's? I don't know how to read this.
Yeah?
Is it?
I posted you a link on Discord for anybody who wants to use this. You can always pick something smaller, of course.
I'm going to get strong as hell.
So you get plus 10 strength, and I'm gonna calculate it. Natural armor, 7 natural armor. So huge size, 10 strength, minus 2 dexterity, and 7 natural armor.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
But that's 10 size bonus to strength. If you were large, you reduce your existing size bonus.
So let me pop this up so you guys can begin the process of
Initiation. Woohoo.
I think we'll need bigger tokens now.
Initi-
I rolled a 1. Yeah.
That's cool. I don't know what they look like though. I don't think I've ever seen one. As in a PC, I've never seen one, so I have no idea what it looks like.
I forgot to select myself.
Roll 20's acting up a little bit. Getting over to roll initiative now.
I'll take that haste and blur.
All right.
Stir.
Gladly.
Is she going to give me what? 50 to my move?
Oh, that's weird. It said that no token was selected, so it didn't get sent to the tracker.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
I'll just add it. That's one of the failings of Roll20. You actually have to click on your icon or token. So, and you got a 13.9? No.
Where is initiative roll?
It's actually in your character sheet under INT. You'll see it as one of the top macros.
It's in core.
It's in the core
if you-
area.
Yeah, when you select your character, usually it pumps up like tracked.
Yeah.
Maybe I've already got one built for it, but
Sorry, under which tab? Defense is attack.
Core.
Core.
Okay.
yeah, it's on your core, and it'll be the right underneath your hit points. It'll show initiative and speeds.
Yeah.
Oh, found it. Thanks. Last one. Okay.
Yeah, and the new platform I'm looking at using, I just highlight all you guys and it throws you into a combat tracker and you click on the dice to roll your initiative from there. Automatically factors all that stuff in. It's nice.
Well, Roll20 is an old site that wasn't improved very well.
Yeah. It's just kind of sad because they got a crap load of funding over the last couple of years. You think they'd ramp
Yeah,
up?
yeah, and it's strange.
Yeah.
It's actually strange they didn't improve anything.
Somebody got the money.
Yeah.
You know it.
So do you like Foundry VTT, Brian? Because you've been playing in my Ravenloft game.
Founder?
Yeah, the one I use for Ravenloft.
Yeah, man, it's pretty cool. Better than this.
I like how when you get damage, I set it up to spray blood, and it also changed the color of your icon to slowly fill with blood, so you know
Yeah.
that you're about ready to die. Everybody else can take a cursory view at you and go, "Oh, he's way fucked up. Look at that! How high the blood is on his character." And
Yeah.
and if they try to run away, it leaves a little blood trail too. Same
Yeah,
for the
we
monsters.
fought.
Don't forget everybody to recalculate your damage dice
Yep.
if you took the spell. 2 steps is fucking massive as far as damage goes.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do mine because it will affect.
No need to thank me. Just don't get enchanted and start killing us.
I dropped a link to the FAQ explaining how to recalculate those damage dice. I always forget the formula myself too.
It's in Discord for those that are looking.
Okay.
The quick and dirty version of it is take a look at the table, find your damage dice, and then increase it by 2 steps on the table for every size category.
Kitty's gonna be a little vulgar. And be like, I'm gonna be a little pussy and I'm gonna leave the room.
Okay.
But I'll do it on my turn.
By the way, I can still cast this on 2 more persons, and I can make you smaller than you are, gain a big boost to dexterity and armor class. If you're not into fighting in first lines.
Honestly, going in large size increased my AC immensely too. Like, that spell is just good.
Making me smaller would be good for fighting titans or giants.
I can fit in their ear.
Shit. I have to run out to my car real quick. I can still hear you folks, but I'm going to be on mute.
Sounds good.
Okay, I'm gonna know the form of Saurian, because I actually have that knowledge. So I'll be a giant lizard.
Damn it.
Saurians for you guys, those are kind of the size of the creatures that you fought. That actually is the creatures you guys fought in the vault. Those are the giant lizardmen.
Oh, nice.
As long as they're not gugs.
Sorry?
They fought Gugs. They actually, while we're getting ready to load up combat, they fought some Gugs that had been flesh forged or flesh warped with Forge Fiends. Forge Fiends have an armor destruction ability. The Gugs had it with a grip attack, so they would grapple. And Gugs are an abomination that are large, and they have a climb ability, so they were hanging on to poles, and people that came close to them within their 10-foot reach, they would grapple attack their armor and literally do direct damage to their armor. And since they had 4 arms and a 45 strength, they were literally shredding people's armor as they came by, so that the leader Gug could just beat the fuck out of them.
Oh, man.
Swallow him whole.
Yeah, that's what he tried to do. He did it to a couple. Or I think he did swallow someone whole.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is how all intelligent creatures should fight.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of them do, and that's why in my games, the more famous you are, I like to use the fame system. For every 10 points of fame you have, I look at it as that is 50% of that is a modifier for me to make a knowledge check on you and what you do by what others have reported you have done and by the antics that you have allowed to get out into the public. So doesn't mean I know your exact fighting styles, but it does give me a bonus to know what your class is and maybe what spells you might use or abilities you might use. So I'm prepared.
Yeah, because stories get around.
Exactly, and I think that's a good way to do it, and that's also why it's like, oh, there's a cat, oh, there's an angel, take the angel out first, it's one of their arcane casters. Oh, there's a chick with a halo, take her out, that Asmirian's their healer.
Yeah. That's cool, actually.
So, yeah,
I like
I've been running that system for about 20 years through the different game systems, because I just think it makes sense. So,
Except
No
for the fact
stuff.
that
It does.
your
Just that.
algorithms, Kitty doesn't follow them.
yeah, she's still a cat. Get the cat, she knows everything. You're the one we want to trap the most, because you could tell us the most, but, you know.
She's got all the information. Take her alive.
All right, we've got this ready, and I will...
Can I make a roll to see if I'm the Digenis?
Sure.
Because that's the one I'd like to change to.
Okay.
That looks cool.
And you get 6 arms.
Yes. Which increases my unarmed combat pretty decently, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget about that grab. The grab is the nuttier
Yeah.
part of that.
Yeah, it just gets better and better. What do you want me to roll?
Let me look it up real quick.
It's a shame that Pathfinder doesn't have a lot of giants. I mean, you have this list of abilities, and there are some of these you can't find anything that has them. You can't find a creature with these. But pounce, rake, rend, oh my.
This is why I want to get a shape change capability just to be able to sort of change into all these cool nifty things. Just looks so much fun.
Just keep me around.
No, you're a good lad. I am going to, from now on, I'm going to stick by you if I can turn into something. Yay!
For my personality, of course.
Obviously.
Local. Knowledge local.
So all this extra stuff is from people putting it on Discord then?
What do you
That
mean?
I'm
What,
seeing on
Sorry?
the screen?
the what?
The extra stuff I'm seeing on my screen, is that from Discord? People putting it on Discord?
I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
Okay.
You should just probably be in the Roll20. Somebody did a post into the Sounds of Silence of some of the creatures that are available under
Yeah.
the Monstrous Physique, which you could click on that link and
Is
it'll
that what
open up
that
with-
is?
Yeah, Discord. It's just links inside Discord that actually have some of the monsters they're talking about, dude.
Okay.
Unless you're taking
also
the
drop the
Monstrous
link
Physique
into how to-
form, you won't need it. So, yeah, you know them. So you can do that.
Okay. Okay, I will. Like Oliver Twist with his hat, a bowl in his hand. Please turn me into a Genji.
Just picture that form. And let the magic do its work. And I shift you. You start growing and getting blue.
Blue's my favourite colour. Okay. Right. Yeah.
Ooh, I love your imagination. I never seen one of those. Where did you see it?
In this form, anywhere I like.
Actually, those would be an Ustalav. Or actually, sorry, you're from Toril, so you would have seen something like that up in the Crystalmus Mountains area.
Right.
And the rest of us mimic his form based off of what he chose?
I don't believe so. You have to have known of the creature. So you have to make the knowledge or
Okay.
the knowledge local, I think it is.
He could do a mind meld. Mind, your mind.
I don't really have any knowledge skills that would let me pick a monstrous humanoid. Would it be okay if I had Bosco pick for me?
Yeah, I think it's really what Bosco knows because he's the one casting the spell. Wouldn't that be true, Bosco?
Yeah, but I wanted to give them a chance.
Yeah.
I don't have knowledge local. I have. I'm a very smart guy that has Arcana, Dungeoneering, Planes, Religion.
Oh.
So.
So
Oh, and Nature. Maybe if I could do it untrained, I don't know.
unfortunately, knowledge skills can't be done untrained.
Then you can all become Saurians.
There you go. You're all Saurians. So.
I mean, between nature and arcana, these guys are giant lizards, basically humanoid lizards that have spells. So
Can I still become my Genzi?
No.
My
Because
6
actually,
blue skin guy?
yeah, no, actually, he has to be the one casting the spell with the knowledge of the creature because he's imbuing the form to you.
you know what we can do for next time? We can make a new headband for me that has knowledge of that particular type, and then I'll know about him.
Okay.
And
You're
actually,
that.
I
Or-
gotta correct this. I have to correct this. You have to cast the spell into the tattoo, and the other individual could draw it out and then cast it at your level. So it would be them that's able to have that knowledge skill, not you, because the
Yay!
range is personal. So since this is a personal-based spell, the only way others can get granted the spell is if you turn around and put it into the tattoo and share it.
No, actually, I mean, an update on that. I took a mythic version of it,
Okay.
and I just used up 2 mythic points to allow me to make this spell touch
Okay.
and
There
have
you go. That answers that.
1
Thank you.
plus our tier targets, I think.
Okay, that's all I was checking on, because otherwise the base version of it without the mythic surge like that is only personal. So
Are those Titans monstrous humanoids? Because that would also be a valid form.
yes,
They come all Troxes.
and
They got
Titans
6
are
arms.
also under knowledge local and knowledge arcane. They cover both since they do have magical abilities.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'm going to pick the Titan then and roll Knowledge Arcane.
Well, I can put another spell in that slot, but for now, it's best to have that mind blank, or what's it called?
Agreed.
Oh.
Moment of
It's, yeah.
yeah. Too many names for too many spells, right?
Exactly.
Especially after
Let's get
a
a
lot of
bonus.
decades of gaming.
It lets you get a bonus plus 20 to one of your rolls. That's all I remember. Whatever it's called.
Oh.
Moment of prescience.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you.
I think it's far more valuable as a spell. Let's just do a bunch of Saurians this time,
Okay.
and we'll make different tactics for next time.
And how many mythic points did you spend?
2.
Okay.
I think it's 2, yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I am going to roll an initiative for her. So she is, once you gain her attention, we will know where she falls in combat round. But until you gain her attention, her turn will be a pass because she is overcome with sorrow.
I'm sorry. Before I forget, is there anyone who can heal the stat damage a couple members of our party has?
Heal what?
My body got shredded, and we had 2 different
Can you
people
do-
have their
can
minds get
Empress
fucked
do
with
any-
pretty hard.
Yeah. It's a nice spell.
Yeah, you see Empress kind of like hold up her hand, and she looks like she's beginning to pray.
Perfect. Because we don't know if we need to make saves or if we need those extra stats.
That depression that me and Empress had to live through was oof.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know how
I can only imagine.
Not mass heal. You would do, honey. You'd have to do restoration. You can get it with the mass heal if you want to burn it. I don't know if anybody has any hit point damages.
Oh, you want restoration.
That'd
I think I have 50,
only 50
but
damage.
it's not
Yeah,
enough to be
from-
worried about.
Just what they took when they got hit with the waves of the room right off the bat.
Oh, yeah, there's restoration.
Yeah, I've got 25 damage from the room
Okay.
at the moment.
So anybody with a massive amount of damage or temporary ability damage, Empress does a restoration on them.
Yeah.
And then did you also use a mass heal to kill everybody up after the damage? As you're getting, did you do both spells, or just the one?
You told me not to do the mass heal. You told me to do
The restoration would be good enough. That's all I was
So
putting.
yeah, just the restoration.
Okay, so no heal, just the restoration on the individuals that needed it. So. And how many needed the ability damage removed? I think currently we had.
Stealth.
Did you have some also, Tim?
Yes.
So you did 2 4th level spells.
How much is
I
it? How much?
also needed one.
Removes all,
Yeah, they're 4th level.
all permanently drained. Let's see. Magic effects. Yep. Oh, she did restoration. It gets rid of all of them, dude. Even if they're permanent drains.
Oh, so okay.
She didn't do the lesser.
Oh, perfect.
You may kiss my feet after the fight.
Empress's Halo's glow.
Thank you.
And everybody, you got fortune and good luck hexes on you.
Roll percentage, honey.
What do those hexes do?
Fortune lets you re-roll attack roll, saving throw, or skill check once per round before your roll is made, and take the better result. And good luck should do the opposite for enemies. Make them roll twice or something. I'll check.
Okay, so that reroll, do we use it after the die roll is seen but not
Before.
announced, or do we have to do? Oh,
Before.
It's even touched. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you.
I put her in the initiative order.
So when you go and do your one hit kill or miss, better use this.
You need to re-roll that shit.
That wasn't even a 20.
Can you send through the, what was it, the surreal
Hero?
thing again?
What you need?
Oh, the monster.
The monster we're about to turn into.
Oh, great. By some monsters. 91. Bang, bang.
What, avoids initiative? Yeah.
I just saw Kitty roll a 91.
That wasn't
Oh, well, 61.
That was the angel rolling her initiative. And she didn't roll a 20.
Hey, babe. Pursuit of
Well,
on Florence Road.
Fuck.
Or Florence Boulevard. They were in
There's no
pursuit
question
of
on who
a
goes first.
Motorcycle failing to yield to traffic stops.
Wow.
Right on Florence.
Wow.
Somebody's being dumb today. I think you need to re-roll that
Nope.
initiative there. I think the DM is cheating.
Nope. Actually, the thing only rolled 17, so she got a higher roll. So. So I'm gonna hit the egg timer now, guys. You guys got 3 minutes before I start first round, and you're making your activities. Unless you say pause and give you more time for planning. Which point in time, I'm okay with that. I will stop the timer, and you guys have until you tell me you're making a move. But I will pass by rounds as you're talking in the hallway.
Before we start the timer, just so that way I know what buffs I need to activate, does she have spellcasting capabilities?
She's an angel.
She
Alright,
does
cool. I
it.
just want to make sure so that way I can activate all my witch hunters type stuff on my
Yeah.
character sheet.
Do you have knowledge religion?
I believe I do.
You may roll that, and I will give you detailed information about her if you like. Not specifically her, but her race.
I also have the spell sense goggles,
Okay,
if that would assist
Yep.
with this.
you can add.
Alright.
What did you want to know about her? Sorry.
He's actually trying to figure out for his own abilities what he should activate, so I'm making him do a knowledge check to understand what abilities she has.
By the way, I used True Seeing Did I notice any change in the room? Anything?
Nope.
Okay.
Is it a WYSIWYG? What you see is
Oh,
what you get.
I will also be spending a mythic point in order to further enhance my Did you say planes or religion?
Religion.
Religion.
Okay. I'll be spending a mythic point to enhance that skill further. Just because I don't feel like getting hit with a fucking disintegrate left field.
Okay. That will give you a total of 7 questions on her.
Perfect.
The base
What?
Astral Diva is a Asmerian creature from the outer planes. Comes from Mount Celesti. They are normally the pinnacles of lawful goodness or either goodness. They can go any of the spectrums of good, but normally the one in front of you obviously is lawful good. Otherwise, besides that, she is an immortal being. She doesn't age or die. She has the standard angelic abilities of fly, things of that ilk. Now, breaking down into your questions, what is your first question about her?
Before I ask questions, how specific of a question can I ask? Like,
You
how
can-
rare of knowledge
can-
would I be allowed to have?
With these knowledge skills, you can ask what spells does she, or what is her most powerful spell? What is her strongest defense? What you can ask those types of questions. Go it that way. Look at it as it would be knowledge you got
Okay.
yourself or secondhand from others who have fought them in wars that you have studied or heard of through tribal speak and telling of the tales.
Perfect. I'll start off with what is her strongest spell?
Her strongest ability is her true judgment. She has the ability to invoke a scroll of judgment that's the capstone ability of an inquisitor. If she casts out judgment on you, her next attack has the ability to slay you with one blow.
Whoa.
Okay then.
But she would roll twice.
If you can affect her. Or yeah, they would roll twice to save against it. That is true. Because of your power.
Nice.
My next question will be shit. Has she? How powerful has her healing been observed on the battlefield? Like any notable healing feats, such as raising an entire legion from death.
Most of these Astro Deva types are more of the shock troop type and fall into the ability more like Inquisitors. So they use a lot of litany abilities, and they themselves are immune to any litanies.
Okay.
And
So-
she's very mythic.
Yes.
So that was 2 questions, and you said I had 7 total?
Yes, you do. You have 5 left.
My next question will be, what is her greatest defense?
She has the ability to stop anybody else's abilities that use smites, judgments, litanies. Her greatest defense is she's totally immune to any of those types of abilities. So she can stop them. And then that's coupled with an overwhelming spell resistance.
The question after that would be preferred fighting style.
That last one also comes in with basic, would also cover her basic defensive abilities, which are she's immune to acid, charm, cold, fear, and petrification. She's also only affected by epic weapons. Those are the only things that will bypass her reduction of damage.
Okay.
Bring him power 4 and go home. Now you understand why the Titans ran.
Yeah. And How does she prefer to fight? Does she prefer to get up close and personal?
She is melee
like quick
with that
attacks
hammer.
Oh, fuck.
Her preferred melee weapon is that tier hammer in her hand. All Astrodevas wield them. A standard Astrodeva, every blow has such a overwhelming concussion force with it that the person, unless they're very strong and healthy, are normally stunned by the mere strike of that hammer from one blow. Most Astrodevas can strike anywhere from 3 to 4 times in a round. Some have been noted to strike up to 5 times a round with that hammer.
Whoa.
She is stronger than most Titans as an angel, as a basic angel. And now this is one that was chosen to be a demi-deity for Aroden. God's gone, but how much power did that put in those arms? It's obviously put a lot of power in that sadness because she's not a spellcaster, but her strength is turning back time.
Yeah. And that leaves me with 3 questions left, I believe.
Correct.
Has any mortal blows or near mortal blows been observed against her in history, as far as I'm aware?
Not her. She's never been in... in fact, she was one of the ones that helped quell the Tarbaithon's first uprising. When Aroden went against Tarbaithon, before he became known as, the Whispering Tyrant. In his first incursion over 1,000 years ago, and the army of undead he raised, she was beside him waging war and never once was noted as even being harmed in that war as she waged through armies of undead and liches that he brought bear against humanity. She was actually noted as actually taking out 4 entire large armies single-handedly that were going against a community at that time that was now in the world wound. So
Should we
your
go back
knowledge of
now?
her is she's never been hurt in combat, which now makes the lower floors make more sense. She has always waged war but never felt the pain of war, or the pain of loss, until she lost a rodent.
At this point, Isaac just turns around and continues to live.
Is she notable for having any tactical shortcomings in regards to her race or caste of angels, such as being ill-tempered and getting
Arrogance.
drawn into traps, anything like that?
Arrogance. This whole monolith is a obelisk of her arrogance, that she believes she can turn back time, change fate. Arrogance.
Okay.
She
That leaves
is
me
not.
one last question. Could I roll my general skill, as in like general for leading armies, to see if there's an obvious question that I have missed as far as weaknesses to exploit?
Nope. Nothing no more.
Okay.
You got the majority of them. Incredibly hard to
Shit.
hit, incredibly hard to deal with spells to, and would be what you would expect from the right hand of a god.
Yeah. Fortunately, that arrogance is good to know about. It means that
Yep.
we could bait her into a trap easier.
Yes.
Suppose for... Shit, this last question's hard. Makes me nervous as hell. Actually, on the last question, I'm going to ask what her hammer is enchanted to be, or enchanted with, or capable of doing.
I can't give you her hammer because it's more of a specific thing to her, but I can tell you what most Astrodevas hammers are, if that works for you. It's normally a large war hammer that can do anywhere from depending on the size they choose to take, it scales with their size. So if they're humanoid size, it only does the 1 to 6, but the stun effect itself is the problem. The second is if they grow larger, the hammer grows larger in size. At her size, you're figuring it's at least a maul or a mattock-sized weapon in her hands. So it would do accommodating damage like a maul or a mattock, which means it could be doing, in her hands, maybe 2 die 12 or 4 die 8. So it would do enough damage to smash 2 or 3 normal men with one blow. That's not coupling in the effect of her arms, and her strength is what she's using right now to try to tear back time.
All right, it's official for man literally immune to fear. This is the closest I've come. I'm going to relay this information to the group as best as I can.
Oh, you're afraid? Okay. Okay.
No,
I never thought I'd see that, but okay.
I'm as close to afraid as I can get, which means I'm actually slowing down to think a little. That's weird.
Hey, laddie, you should try the front door.
I mean, I'm glad you shared that with us. Makes you more human.
Never. I'm a goddamn war boss. I've survived long ago in the womb. When I was born, I could crush 3 men with my pinky.
Yeah.
The rock they used to birth me was shattered in half.
I mean, you can tell it to her, but I don't think she'll be impressed.
I don't.
All right, if everybody's
Try.
ready, I will start initiatives. Round
We
one.
are not ready.
Yeah,
Like having.
from someone's opinion, I don't think any of us are ever ready for
It's
this.
just like having kids. You're never ready. It just happens.
But now you understand why there were dead titans downstairs, don't you?
Yeah.
The what?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
bodies that you guys picked all this extra gear, the book, the staff, the other things, those bodies you found were dead titans.
Okay.
So now you understand why they were fleeing. They died fleeing this place,
Okay, sure.
thinking they could make their way back out because it was a mistake. They weren't ready to interrupt her sorrow. Okay, round one. She cries. Sorrel, your turn.
I'm gonna cast Mythic Haste. What was the color where there wasn't damage?
This one right here.
Okay.
Yellow. I think it's yellowish.
No. Yellow is good. Blue is neutral. The neutral
Blue.
color is right here. So there is no damage going on right now. The first phase will be good. The next one will be lawful, and that's when the cog appears.
Yes.
That you can
Okay.
actually put the minute hand on, per se. And that's what we'll call it, the minute hand.
This might be a stupid idea, but I'm gonna start singing the angel that's outside. I'm gonna start singing her song.
Okay, please roll a perform check.
Oh, with
Heard the angel sing before. We don't suck.
Yeah, I don't have perform. This is probably gonna be terrible.
You can do it untrained.
But you have charisma, bud.
Yeah.
It helps. There we go.
And you got
Are you doing it?
moment of pre-essence. You could always just pop 20 on it too.
Do it in the form of a scat. You may like it.
Do some Steven Tyler.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. Gojin.
He's not here.
Oh, did Brian have to go to the bathroom or something?
Oh, no. Sorry, my bad. I thought he was sick. Sorry.
no, I'm here.
Yeah, we're missing Hungry Gnome. He's not here today.
Druid, yeah. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything from him either, so.
Is
Okay.
everything in this circle lit?
Yeah, you can see. The
there
glow of
any
all
dark?
the glow of all the arcane energies make everything visible, so there's no dark vision required.
Okay. Let me see. I'm going to move.
So,
Uh,
before you move, I have a question. Who opted
Huh.
to carry the time hand?
Me,
Why?
the one's gonna be putting it in place.
Okay. Just checking. Because as Gojin steps out there, you guys realize he's a dwarf. Whose moves never affected by his encumbrance. Basic dwarf ability. Why do you have a dwarf? If you gotta carry a lot of shit. As he steps out there, okay, what are you doing now, Gojin?
I guess I'm going back and getting peace.
Well, you don't know what cog hand it's on, so you would have to wait and hold your turn until then.
Yeah, I'm gonna hide in what shadows there are here.
Go ahead and do that, please.
Yeah, but we also decided that if she is noticed when that cog hang is put in place, she might have an adverse effect to someone who doesn't look like a rodent.
Yeah, then I guess somebody would have to intervene, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's when you jumped and shit and kicked her ass, anyhow. So, hide in
Just do
plain
your-
sight.
Yep. Just do your stealth roll. Okay, you do that, and I'll go on to Empress's turn.
Okay, we're just gonna cast Death Watch.
Okay, you're going to cast Death Watch. Okay, Empress does Death Watch. And move forward. Bosco, your turn.
Nothing. I'm waiting for this
Okay.
thing to be disabled and what happens afterwards.
Dharmas Lightbringer, don't see Gojin, and you see everybody else holding. You hear Sorrel singing behind you. Not too badly. I mean, it's definitely not a kitty performance,
Just
which
gonna
is
move up.
weird. You see Sorrel singing. That's the first time you've seen that.
Yes. There's two things: Sorrel singing, and Kitty actually said she had faith in me or was supporting me.
Yeah,
This is-
I know.
Well, I really didn't mean for it to go to your head.
Hey, I only got a 10 intelligence. Everything goes to my head.
It's in your foot. Yep. Okay, what you doing, Dharmas?
Hey, I just moved to the front and waiting for when that piece gets put in place because I know I'm gonna probably have to intervene.
Okay, you wait as well.
Or-
Lee Sin.
I am going to. Where is this piece being taken to?
Clock.
What part of the sort of the
So
room
I will
are you
ping.
take?
I will ping on the map so people understand where these areas are. The cog will randomly appear on this last bar in all of the areas. Well, it probably won't be random, but if you watched, you would see a pattern and be able to tell if that's what you would like to do. Because it would be odd for it to be random on Axios.
There's a pattern.
Because
It
I'm
is still
thinking of
blank.
just. Sorry, sorry, go on.
Oh, no, my apologies. Keep going.
I was just about to say I'll follow round the person who's taking the block hand. So
Take damage until that thing's put in place. Only Gojin and myself are the two that are unaffected by the damage.
I'm going to follow around to a degree. I mean, I've got a movement of like 80,
Okay.
so
Cool. So you're holding as well until
I'm
they
gonna-
move. Kitty.
Yeah.
Low bang.
One.
and as a quick action, I'll bring up my fast healing ability.
Okay.
I'm gonna smack Dharmas with an Inspire Greatness or Inspire Heroism,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna slowly walk back
Okay.
because that room's gonna fuck me up.
Kitty touches you as she slowly fades back.
think of Homer going into the bush.
Yep, Homer sliding into the bush. There you go.
Have fun.
Alrighty. Have fun storming the castle,
Who's she touching
boys.
on?
Was that Inspire Greatness? Is that what it was?
Yes.
Yes.
Check mark.
Okay, round 2. She is still crying, noticing nothing. I will now change.
Sorrel, you should go give her a hug. You know, angels bonding.
Anybody not good feels the wave of energy hit them.
I am good.
People at the top of the stairs, the first 1, 2, 3, 4 steps are now taking 25 damage if you're not good.
Hey,
I'm good.
how far
I'm good.
back? Can I go back here?
I don't know if I made it there yet. Have I made it there yet?
You're unaffected by it. What's that?
Kitty wanted to leave the room.
You did. I'll move you backwards if you don't move yourself.
I just did.
Okay. Oh,
It's
that's
not-
into the room.
Oh, I didn't.
That's
know.
into the room, Kitty.
Well,
We'll move you back to there. You're down 3 steps, okay?
okay.
Maybe she's like, oh, damage is this way?
Yeah. There you go.
And I get a token dropped on the map for me. It's still black.
I see you.
It does. That's the one thing I don't like about Roll20 is icons are nothing. They're really nothing to the game, so they drop out and don't connect. They also don't always. They don't always also keep their settings for lights and visibility because it's not an actual object to the game engine itself. That's why you can't access it to get your character information because you're seen as a construct outside of the game engine where your character's at.
Okay.
I thought you may also want to know, I don't know about anyone else, but there is basically a black line going through the angel for me from there to there.
That's the minute hand.
Okay.
Yeah, this thing right here I'll set over to the side. It is actually the non-quill Balar. Should be green. Okay.
Okay.
That is round 1 she cry or round 2 she cries. Sorrel, you're still singing?
I'm gonna cast telepathic bond and keep singing.
Okay.
You need a perform check or?
No, you can keep the same performance check unless you want to try to re-roll. Unless you think
Nope.
you could sing it better or change your tune. Okay.
I don't think so.
Go, Jen.
All right, we're wanting to head towards Angel, right? Where the clock is.
I'll let the party answer that. I'm going to use the bathroom real quick so you guys can hover over that thought for a second and talk.
Answer what? Oh, no.
Answer the question. I said you wanted me to head towards the Angel where the clock is, right?
No, you get... I don't know where the clock appears at on the map. I think it's
The
It's over
clock
here behind.
appears. Clock appears on the other side of the Angel. That's where the clock is. That's what I see, anyway.
Yeah, I know you gotta wait. It's gonna be not this. It's the first comes good, then comes law. That's when you drop it. So you gotta wait another round. But yeah, this round you can move. And I'm gonna try and move with you. Well,
So then-
we got the same move. So
The clock, the face of the clock that's right behind us, or the face of the clock that's... Which one? You gotta wait until it lights up, right?
yeah, until it appears, or yes,
Okay, so we got 2 more rounds, and then it'll appear, and then we move and drop it. And you face the Angel if she attacks, right?
that's basically yep.
Okay. I don't want to fuck this up.
Oh no.
I'm pretty sure almost none of us have epic weapons, so if you try to hit her, put every
Well, I do.
because we don't know how much
Yeah,
damage
we
reduction is.
Yeah, we
I have an epic weapon.
+6 or above?
Well,
I mean, I'm a magus. Oh, wait. I got greater magic weapon. Yeah, but that will not bring your weapons to 6. Sorry. Sorry, my bad.
this is awkward. I'm gonna just punch it really goddamn hard then, because my weapon's only like a +4.
I think I got mythic version of, but still doesn't help. Shit.
Well, we got one problem too. Is the space that I can travel to get to. If it's not close, then I can't get to it and set the thing down at the same time. If that
what-
matters.
You got a 50 move or a...
Okay,
Which mythic case
Gojin's
you-
turn. Starting clock. I'm back. What be Gojin
Yeah.
doing?
Trying to time it for when the law comes up.
I will
Well,
give
good.
you a disabled device check to know exactly when you should be moving, since you have been paying attention to this room, because it's a huge fucking trap. And you naturally have trap finding as a unique special ability, so you don't even really have to look. So you go right ahead and take a look at this big ass fucking trap going, yeah, it's different to be on the outside of it, or the inside of it. If you wait if you wait one more cycle, so you're figuring about another 18 seconds, it'll be right next to you, right above you. So you can come out and go right over to that bar, this one, and it'll be here, and then it will move here, and then it will move to the furthest point away, and then it'll start coming back around. It is following a very lawful trap mechanic. They all move in sequences, and that's how you break traps, is breaking their sequences. So, yeah, if you just wait a little bit, you can walk it right up the steps. So,
Could you ping that one more time where it should be?
I
Okay,
would do
gotcha.
you one better. I will actually put some text there. Bright green.
Cool. Green's my favorite color.
There's a 1. There's a 2.
One,
There's a
2,
3.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2.
And then the last one, 4.
It's a dance.
There you go. But that does not start until the next rotation, because it's going to appear. I mean, you could go this round if you waited. If you waited, say, another 3 or 6 seconds, you could run over here and start it, or you can wait till it's closer. That's your call. These two points between there and there are the closest to you. Thus is this one. The other one's going to be furthest away. So which one do you want to go on? This round, if you wait, hold off, and don't do anything this round. On this next round, when it lights up the cog pieces, you could run it over and put it on 4, because that's where it should appear at if you're right.
Well,
So you could tell them to hold their britches for a second, or... But right now, there's really nothing to do unless you want to run out there and stand and wait for it to appear. Then you don't have to make the move. Doesn't seem like the room's hurting you.
I should be able to do I got, is it 40 away?
No.
Number 4?
For you, Gojin, it is, it's about 45 feet away.
Okay.
You have a hasted move, so
You can make it. You want to move out there and wait for it to appear?
Yeah.
Thus you do. You taking the bar with you?
Yeah.
Yep. You guys watch that dwarf slug that bar over his shoulder like it's nobody's business, and off he goes with it. Guess that's thousands of years of lugging heavy mine carts. Okay, Empress, your turn. You watch Gojin grab the green non-quill bar and just go walking over towards the clock face.
Empress is gonna hold this round.
Okay. Empress waits. Bosco.
Yeah, I'm gonna move back. I'm gonna move back to be safe from that
Okay. The energy.
effect.
Hey there.
And let me just check one thing
Okay.
quickly. I'm gonna cast Greater Magic Weapon on my weapon. That's it.
Where did that little guy go? He's over here. There he is. I'm moving to where Gojin went.
Okay. Okay.
Well, which way is... Where's she at compared to us? Is she... I'm going to assume... farther into the room.
And to the right, in the middle of it.
Yeah, I think Runehide needs to be on 13 on the
Okay.
tracker.
As you enter the room, Tim, you notice she looks up. As
Yep.
she looks up, she says, "It's working!" As all the cogs appear out of sequence.
Oh shit.
At this point, Brian, you put the cog on there and you're pushing on it, correct? You guys
Oh,
watch
yeah.
the ripple of energy go throughout the room. Any of you that are non-lawful, take your 50 points of damage now.
Am I far enough
I'm
away
safe,
from
right?
Yes.
Ooh.
You, Gojin.
I hate this place.
You didn't take any damage, Brian.
Oh, I
It's
didn't.
only affecting, it's only affecting, it looks like mythic individuals.
Nice.
Still don't like it.
It says, oh, I like it.
Okay. At that point, what are you doing, Darmus? As she sees you enter the room, you're not next to him yet. You act sorry. I could undo that.
Want me to move me back?
No, I got it.
Okay. I'll let go.
You get to there when she perceives you and turns to face you. What do you say?
It's working.
Me?
Oh,
To the angel?
no, me.
You
Oh,
guys
that's not what I
watch
said.
as you see the cogs encasing her. You notice she stands and turns and looks at Arodens and said, "It's working." You see the tears starting to stop the flow as you see the cogs appear out of nowhere as the cosmos seems to yield.
Be like, hey, what's up, baby?
You can see that her hammer is actually embedded in a golden cog, and she's been using her hammer to, with her strength, move back a cog. You believe that's what's been affecting the flow of time. She's literally been using the strength in her own hammer in the gears of time itself to pry them and make them move backwards to her will.
Damn. That's
Tim,
strong.
you hear from your side. "You dumb bitch. Look what you have done to reality. You delay my purpose. You delay the inevitable. You push against fate with your shoulders like it's a door you can bang through. How dare you in his name do such things? Arodens, quiet the bitch of a blade. I told you gave him too much arrogance when you hammered him into existence. Stop his ridicule. He knows not what he speaks of. I know it all. This not a rodent. Tim, your visage vanishes. No! She rips the hammer out. No, you lie to me.
Must move forward.
What are you doing now? She has pulled her hammer out of the gears of time and brought it up in a offensive stance as you watch her wings fold backwards. As you watch her halo dim and become scrolls which look like litanied scrolls of judgment floating around her head. You see 14 of them form a halo of folded paper that look like points. So, to describe this in a little better, her golden ring has 14 scrolls that appear that origami fold into points with writing on them that lock into the halo itself, orbiting her head.
I'm putting my hand on the hilt, but moving
As
forward.
she looks
This is
at
not why we.
you with an immediate action, you watch one of the spikes crumble as you feel the litany of judgment slam into you. You hear echoing in your ears, I condemned you to death with my blow. You do not deserve to exist. By the powers of the heaven, I pass this judgment upon thee. You shall die. As that ripples through your head as you hear it, as you feel this true judgment levied against you.
Well, I'm pulling the blade from the scabbard. This is not why we came here. We came here for your help, not to fight you. You must let him go.
Okay. Do you do anything else on your turn?
Pull the blade from the scabbard.
And that's it?
We'll step forward. She's coming after me.
So are you moving up towards her? Are you using your move to do that?
Yep, moving up towards her. I don't.
Right.
I
Move
think
your
she's
character
that way.
the right amount of footage.
It's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
The
I
bar
believe
works.
she's that way. I got 50 move.
Can you not see?
Not all of it, no. I can only see the golden circle around me.
Oh, okay. Let me see what's going
She's
on. Let me
down
double
to
check
the
your
right.
token. Nah, let me double
Okay.
check your token. That's what I dislike about Rule 20. It does this.
I see 5, 10, I got like a 15-foot
Here,
radius
let me
around
see
me.
this. Here we go. It did it.
Holy smokes. Holy crap. Yeah, now the room's really scary.
Yeah. Okay.
No, this-
Anybody else not seeing past just a small area around them?
Sorry? Did anybody else?
That's good. No.
Okay, everybody else sees the room and all the cogs. Got it.
Yeah, but I see the ring around him.
Yeah, that's the light from the sword.
Oh,
It
oh,
casts
oh,
a golden
oh.
radiance in that area.
I guess I can move to within 15 feet because that's my reach.
As
that's
you
my-
do, you watch part of the bubble of hers remove itself as your light gets closer. At which point, the energy of time she's been withholding or protecting herself from slams her as you watch energy ripple across her wings, blowing feathers off. It is hurting her. Not immensely, but it is hurting her. Charlatan, imposter. All right, Lee Sin.
Going to.
Skip again.
I'm going to use. I'm going to use my quick action to use Arcane Strike and bring in all of my weapons to be Kai intensified.
Okay.
What exactly is she doing now? She's just shouting at him.
She's pulled her hammer out and she's in an offensive pose.
He slammed me with something.
She casted a true judgment against him. Anybody with a knowledge religion can do that if they make a... you can't fail the perception check. So you all get a knowledge religion to know what was just done against him.
I also told them about that before we entered the room that they can do that. Or she can do that.
Okay.
And
That means she wants to fight. There's
When a Inquisitor's capstone ability is levied, it's called True Judgment. She is deemed that person that she's levied judgment against to a sentence of death. Their next blow, any blow of any damage, will slay them unless they're able to resist it. They're strong in constitution or health. There's a chance they can resist it. Against this type of creature, she's pretty fucking strong.
Yeah.
So it's going to be pretty hard to save against.
Mm-hmm.
as it should be.
I don't.
And she has several more of these spikes on her halo.
I'm sorry. I don't think I've been added to the initiative tracker yet.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Runehide. What was your initiative?
It was 13.09.
All right. I will put that in there.
Shall I
Much
take a
appreciated.
couple of shots at her, everyone, or should I wait?
Wait for what?
For her to actually physically attack him, hold my action until she actually.
You don't think this was offensive enough?
Okay.
Let's wait for her to kill somebody, then join in, right?
Okay. I will. Okay. I'll attack. I'll fire at her.
Okay.
+2 to these.
Okay. None of them hit her.
Say again.
None of them hit.
Right.
So you guys watch a pelt of arrows as you watch them just move themselves away from her body. The arrows do. Gromish, your turn. Since I accidentally skipped you.
I'm going to be activating my rage for sure. When I activate it, I'm going to self-cast Bull Strength on me as part of entering that rage.
Okay.
And is the death sentence hanging on our friend's head, is that a spell effect that I could cut out of him with my spell rend abilities, or is that not something that I'd be able to do?
No, the only way that could be destroyed is if you destroyed it as she was doing it. Judgment's already been passed.
Okay. Okay, I got you. I just wasn't sure if it was an ongoing spell effect or not.
Nope.
In that case, I'm going to will my weapon to grow in size as per growing, and I will run into the room as close to her as I can get.
All right. What is your move?
It is 30, but I'm also a huge size, so I'm going to be careful not to trample anybody.
So you could be right there, per se. Do you got the
The
haste
haste?
effect?
Yeah.
up? Okay. So
That'll be a
Yeah, he's got haste.
all right.
Don't forget to use fortune. You wanna hit?
Fortune.
Sorry?
Is it protective luck or?
Fortune lets him reroll so he doesn't miss on his big attack.
But it doesn't make the opponent re-roll to hit.
That's protective luck, yeah.
And,
Makes them always roll twice.
And you
and
can,
I'll change my stance to Roblar's Gambit, just in case.
Okay.
you can change my icon back to large. I don't look like a rodent anymore. Thank you, Mr. Blade. Mhm.
I gotta reload again. I do that. I'm really unfortunate on this app. Because of some of the stuff I do, I have to keep my Chrome in a developer's mode state, and Roll20 does not like that. Okay.
The only anvil is still on her chest. Okay.
Yeah, it's on her armor. And there is a slot in it too. Not like where you would jab it into her, but more like it would go down into it and it would be carried in the armor.
Gotcha. So not like you have to pierce her chest, you'd have to put it in the armor.
Right.
Yeah, that would be.
Okay. We were now at Kitty's turn.
Okay, she's going to cast our Shadow Bard.
Okay. Where would you like that at?
Um, raise the here.
Okay. Let me get that bard out
And do I
there.
have to roll the Song of Healing too?
No, just ping it one more time and I'll drop the song that it's singing there. Okay.
Okay.
You got tunage.
The healing song?
Yes.
Yes. Wanted to note its range. Okay. Let me do something real quick here.
Healing bonuses. I know.
So. I'm not doing it. Oh, there we go. Due to the way icons work, I can't have it out, and you guys still control each other now because normally I would drop it to a map layer, but I'm using the map layer, so it's affecting anything in the blue ring.
What does it do?
This is
Oh,
her
I'll
song
just
of
switch for
healing.
it. Sorry.
Yeah, it's her song of healing. Bard Song of Healing.
It goes off in 3 rounds.
Second here, I'll post it.
Not that I think you guys are gonna get hurt, but you know, I know you.
I'm not gonna get hurt. I'm gonna get dead if I get hit.
Well,
It won't hurt.
You'll have double save and she'll have to roll twice. So
Now you can.
you
still
got a
do-
good chance.
You can still do another performance with that Song of Healing through it. Are you having it doing your inspiration then, so you're free to do whatever else? Inspire Courage.
Oh, I
Sorry.
didn't know. I forgot I could do 2 songs on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do the.
So that area of effect, actually, that the Bard song's gonna have, you guys watch a ghostly instrument appear. This covers the area right here. Inside there, you guys can do your Inspire Courage granted by Kitty. She now gives +4 to that. So if you have the buff modifier and you're inside the circle, take the +4 from her. Also, 3 people she designates, which is probably going to be Aroden, Runehide, and anybody else that goes in for combat, you guys get fast healing 3.
Does this stack with my existing fast heal, or is it
Oh,
one
sorry,
or the
it's
other?
fast healing 2. No, only the highest one affects.
Copy that. Thank you.
I will post the effect of this into chat under Kitty.
Alright. So for some reason my bracers isn't getting added into my AC. This will look weird, but I had to put it in as a dodge bonus.
Okay.
Okay, what happens next?
She did her spell, and I think that's all you're doing, right, Kitty?
what's that?
That's all you're doing?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't walking back in that room.
And now it is round 3.
It's gonna hurt.
Okay. at this point, I am going to stop these. Actually, I'm going to remove them. Gone. Gone. Okay. Kitty says round 3. Let me move it back to me real quick, guys. All right. Her arrogance. And Tim, I got to change you back real quick too. Sorry, let me do that.
No problem.
I'm gonna leave you in that token form for now, so I don't got to do that editing part. I'm just gonna make you your huge size, bug boy, or actually large.
Yes, I'm large. There we go.
Okay. Yeah. First off, deceiver.
Can't stop the seether. What?
No, deceiver.
Fever.
So if you're in my range, does she even have to move? I don't think I have to move. My range is 15. Yeah, you're in my range. I don't even have to move.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we're both about 15, so I move within range.
She will do her full attack on you.
Just a note, she'll always have to roll twice.
Ow! I critted you 1, 2, 3 fucking times in this.
But you have to roll twice.
Okay. So what I will do is, since she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attacks, I will count that as 3, and every second roll is the one she has to take. Sound fair?
Okay.
So my first roll was a crit.
Oh.
My second roll was a crit. So
Oh.
you still got critted. My third roll was not a crit. My fourth roll was a crit.
Wow.
My
Damn.
fifth roll was not a crit, and my sixth roll was not a crit either. So the sixth roll did miss for sure. So the only ones that I got so far, and I'll have to roll the attack again, and we'll do this again, is the second attack hit, but its damage was a lot less for critical. Okay, you do need to make a 35 fort save to stop the stun effect. The first blow was a total of 81. Did a 39 confirm on the crit?
I have a 43 AC.
Okay, you got lucky. That first roll, I would have taken you out because I did confirm against that armor class. So it did help. So don't think it didn't help. Your crit damage, you took none from that. The second possible crit.
Here's my stun save.
Okay. That made it. So no on that one. Okay, there's the first one we did. So now the third one. The third one missed your armor class. Well, I rolled twice and have to take the second roll, right?
Weaker roll.
Okay.
The lowest roll.
Okay, so that one missed because the second roll there would have been another crit. So, because that fourth attack was a crit. That missed. Then the other three missed. So you got lucky there. Now I got to roll her attack again, and we go through this one more time. Okay. Oh shit. Her next two. First attack and second attack, both crits again.
Blessed.
Third and fourth attack, there was another crit, but it was the fourth one, so that doesn't count. The fifth and sixth one, there was a crit there, but the lower one doesn't hit you. Okay. And do I have to re-roll on the confirms to crit as well with your hex?
Doesn't say that.
Okay, so
Just
I'll say
that you
no.
have to roll
I'll
twice
say
on
whichever
attack.
one that takes actually turns around and takes the crit that goes with it if it affects. So let's see. That one you did not get hit on the first one. The second one, the crit. That crit did count. 42 is the confirmed crit. Did that hit?
43.
Ooh, you missed that 187 damage, son. Yeah. She's hitting you so hard, everybody's feeling the concussion waves coming off from him from how hard she's hitting him. Okay, that second blow did 92 points of damage.
Ooh, that's 173.
Okay, her fourth attack was a crit, but that missed.
Bless you.
Fourth and fifth are together, which that's only a 30. That misses your armor class. And wait, I did that wrong. Those two, that one hit. Of these two, only that one missed. Of 5 and 6, the fifth attack missed because it was only a 30, not the crit. Okay, so there we go. So that's all the damage you took. The rest of them missed you because of this luck you have going on.
Yay. When does he have to roll for judgment?
He had to do this. The judgment save is the every blow. You have to do a 35 fort save. So I've hit you a total of twice, I believe. So 2 35 fort saves or die.
Got one.
That's nasty.
Yeah, it is, but I got a pretty good fort save.
Those were the stuns. 2 stuns and 2 death saves, dude.
Okay.
So every blow she does is a stun. Ooh. You're rolling low there, son.
Yeah, I got below 40. You're right. I got close.
One more.
Isn't that 4?
Is it?
2 stuns?
Oh, yeah, there you go. Okay, there you go. Cool. Okay.
This bitch hits hard.
Yeah, she does. If you would actually like to know how hard, Tim, I already did over 900 points of damage to you had you missed. Had those not
Damn it.
missed.
3 times my hit points.
Yes.
That's it. She's already done half.
Hers is a 60-foot circle of red.
Is she
Okay.
casting a spell currently?
No, you watch her aura arise as she goes into combat. Not a spell, natural aura. Her aura of
Okay.
righteousness explodes across the battlefield as she takes her swing. Everybody within this field feels as though any smite, judgment, litany, strike, or designated target ability could be stopped by her if she chooses to do it. That includes denoting challenges and things of such. She is done. As she screams, "Why? Why?" And I have to make a perception. Sorry, before she's done on that turn, I have to make a perception. She can't really fail it, but the number she rolls is important. You see her look towards the window and then look back at you, Sorrel, as you're both singing.
Okay.
It is now your turn.
I'm going to stop singing. I'm going to say, you can't bring him back, but we need your help. It's not your fault he's gone. Um,
You lie! Time has taken him from me. Time can be changed. Time can be moved back. Time has a right to be rewritten. It is not that strong of a law. That law does not have to exist. There is a chance that he can be saved. His law is greater than all law. Do you do anything else?
I'm going to reply with your turn apart reality.
You are beyond reality. All of you are beyond reality. I am hurting nothing.
Hmm. No, I'm going to say we've been impacted by it.
Do you do anything else?
No.
Okay. Gojin. You see the
Right.
cog.
Is it, where's the next one to go? Is north,
No,
south,
no,
or
no.
east?
It's in front of you.
Oh,
Now
it's in
you
front
do
of me.
it. Now you do the disabled device check. You don't have to, but your disabled device, by everything you need over, it's only a 5. Everything you roll higher than that by 5 points is going to give 5 or give a round that time goes normally and there's no effect. It stays the blue room.
Okay.
So you doing this was the right choice. Anybody else would have given maybe 1 round, plus their strength modifier for another round. Oh, nice roll. So that's 8 fucking rounds. You guys watch Gojin go to put it on, but then he looks at it for a second. You see him slap it and then spin it. And as it spins, you watch it whip around in the air. As you watch it kind of like winds a spring on the actual shaft and then starts ticking slowly through.
Oh, that's cool.
As you watch the room shift and you hear her scream, "No!" And the room turns blue. Gojin, as that whips by though, you feel it shock you with a ton of energy as it drops you a little bit to a knee. For doing that, every round was 10 points of damage. So you just took 80 damage of electrical, unless you have something that helps you save electrical damage. As this whole machine arcs at you when you do that.
Not again, shit. I hate this place. Ow, fuck. No, that drop. What's your...
As an immediate action, you guys watch a volley ripple across the battlefield as the electricity is getting ready to arc onto you. And you watch her absorb the damage herself as she pulls you out of the way and takes the damage that you were getting ready to take for doing that. No one. I'm not wanting to hurt you. No. Not you. As she slides you out of the way and takes the damage.
Yeah, that would have put me at 65.
As she slides you out of the way, she says, "She loved you. He loved all of you. I'll not hurt you."
Well, thank you for that.
Okay, Empress.
Um,
Oh, Darmus has been slammed a few times.
Yeah.
With your death, Empress has the death watch up.
Mhm.
Tim, please tell me where you're at. Not in hit points wise, but are you at a full, 3/4, half, quarter, or dying?
I am. Let's see here. Do quick. I'm half. Right about half. Give or
So
take.
in 6 seconds, she moved him to half his life. He's fucked up.
Okay.
If she does half again to him, he's dead.
Mass heal is one creature or more, no two that can be further apart than 30 feet.
Okay.
So,
So you're stepping into the room, so you're within range?
yes.
Okay, so we'll move you into the room. And then mass heal. So you can take 170.
I think I'm moving my other energy.
Okay. I'll take mine too.
Okay.
Did you just say that we heal 170?
Yes.
Oh, praise the Lord.
Empress just did a mass heal.
And that's why her name is Empress.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Empress's turn is done. Basco. Zach.
Okay, I'm gonna approach to 30 feet of her. Shit, sorry.
No problem.
Sorry, come again?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, let me see.
The ruler does work. While you're moving, that's why I like the new system. You grab your token to move it, it shows you your move. It's freaking awesome.
No, you have to hold down key.
Oh yeah,
Q?
yeah.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, I know.
Anyway, I'm gonna drop Evil Eye on her.
Okay.
I'm gonna reduce her. Let me see.
Does it allow a spell resistance?
It's supernatural ability. It's not spell like. So, -4 to either AC, ability checks, attack rolls, saving throws, or skill checks. Let's go with saving throws.
Okay.
So she has to do a will save, 31. If she succeeds, it only lasts 1 round.
I will do her saves. Will save. Yep, made it. Got 60.
Okay. She still takes the penalty, but for 1 full round, and yeah, I plan to cackle to prolong it for inevitable, for unending cycle. So -4 to saves, and that's it.
Okay, -4 to saves. Got it. Okay. Debuff noted. And you said that was a -4 or 8 for the debuff?
-4 on saves.
Okay. Okay, got it. All right. No Mishroon Hide.
You skipped me.
Oh, did I? Oh, Darmus, sorry. Yeah, it did do that, didn't it? I'll move you back up, dude. Darmus first, sorry.
Unintentional.
Don't know why I did that. That's why I don't like the system.
Game's got
To do
spooky
to
in it.
slide the blade into the slot, not to attack her, but to actually just insert the blade into the anvil.
Grapple? You want to grapple her?
You're gonna have
Well,
to.
It's the only
You
way it's
got that
going to
a bit.
happen. Because
I do
it's
have
kind
that
of a
ability.
sunder attack, actually, if you think about it.
I do have Sunder too.
You can do sunder. Don't count Reaper, because that doesn't count.
No, I'm not using Reaper.
Yeah.
It just. Well, either one is CN. +2 and just and then whatever the blade made bonus. I don't know what that's going to be. I'm just going to do a CNB. Can be a +2, and then whatever the blade itself might give me. Oh, that's a good one.
Nope. Didn't give me.
Oh,
Better find a way to modify that. Otherwise, you ain't got a shot. Crit. Maybe. Just
I've
being
got 5
honest,
chance.
your forearms went at her, huge body, and you felt like there was nothing for you to grab. So unless you've got
Yeah.
something that's going to help you, you don't know if you're going to be able to grip her without getting that one in a million shot in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that
Which
was
might be what you have to try.
Thunder's a CNB too, so
You got the reroll.
I do have the reroll, and I've got 5 attempts.
But yeah, you gotta say it up front. Sorry, my bad.
Can't use
For reroll.
Can't surge. I just get one reroll attempt, or do I get it for every time I
You'd
swing?
have to call it first.
Yeah, and only once per round. Like rolling for a save or an attack.
I still got 4 more swings.
Grapple check?
Yeah, use it for last one.
Grapple's a standard, bro. It's not like
What's
grapple's
sunder?
not a full attack action. It's a standard.
What's a sunder then?
Same.
It's none of the.
You don't
It's
get
an
multiple
attack.
sunder attacks. You get a standard sunder attack. Just like Vital Strike's a standard attack.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. When you go to do those, you commit to all of those and get out of your fighting style and do something different. Your fighting style allows you your full attack actions. So when you go to do things like your feats or things like that, they move you to a standard that disrupt the full attack action sequence.
I want to fight her. I don't want to hit her. Hurt
Yeah.
her.
Doesn't sound like she has the same sentiment.
Not towards me, but everybody else she does. Yeah, I'm not here to fight with you. If you just look at me with your arcane sight, you'll see part of my life is missing because of the effects you have on reality.
You see her reflect. See a look in her face. Tim, since you did try to grapple her, I will give you a perception check.
I can make that maybe. The perception scroll. Needs to be high. Oh,
Fuck
Rit!
yeah. Nice time to get it, too. You notice something about her armor style that you have seen before, and it causes you a moment to reflect. You remember Zomir the lion, the blind angel you met an Anker T who was insane. You see a piece of his armament on her arms. Remember, he wore broken plate mail. He was blind and insane and kept in that dungeon down in Anker T. Remember that? And his blade overlooked a pit of darkness. And
Yes.
you were told this was a foretelling. You see on her arm, in a position of love, possibly, a band that's obviously a piece of his armor, because it bore the same angelic runes you've not seen anywhere else. Had you not tried to grapple her robes would have covered that up easily.
His name was what? Z? They called
Zomir,
him-
you guys called him Z. He was the blind angel. The one who watched over the black pit you found under Anker T and Kermaga before you got
Yeah,
to the
that-
realm of the faceless.
That had despair over it.
Yes, and he said, don't touch the blade. And then he lost his mind, remember? He was insane. He was blind and
Yes.
insane.
You had to get. Is that when you had to put the ring on?
Yes, Z.
Yes.
You met him outside the God's Mouth, remember? Because you went into the tunnels.
Mm-hmm.
God's Mouth Ossuary, for those guys that don't know, is actually a dungeon inside of Kermaga that's held by the Pharasmian priests where they keep their crypts for their dead. And other dead in the city.
And if I noticed that, then I would say, in the name of Zomir, ask for parley. Forgive our intrusion.
Roll a percentile.
Uh-oh. D100, here we go.
It's only a percentile. It can't get any worse.
Don't forget
I don't know if I want it high or low, but 90 is what it is.
Okay. Are you doing anything else?
Eat the blade. And stand down.
Okay. You tried to grapple and that's it. And now you stand down, you sheathe it. Okay. Now it is Runehide's turn.
Brief moment of self-reflection. Through my bloodthirsty eyes, does she look like she's calmed the fuck down?
No. She looks like she doesn't want
Perfect.
to hurt the dwarf that's kind of within her robed area.
She looks like she wants to hit the dwarf, you said.
No, she protected him.
She's protecting the dwarf. Kill her.
Well, here's...
He's with her.
I'm a fucking blood raging right now orc who is faced with a impossible, insert air quotes, kill opponent. I would want to hit her. So I'm going to start like baseball bat swinging like I'm stepping up to the plate my ex. I'm going to move up to her while swearing about how this stupid bitch doesn't realize that we're trying to help her. Because, again, angry as hell. And then I'm going to Vital Striker while using the reroll ability.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, oh shit, he's moving up to...
Well, yeah, he's doing the standard slamming on the ground kind of thing, man. It's the rage. Okay.
Attack number 1.
Okay.
Attack number 2. I'm taking the second choice. Does the second choice hit?
No.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to spend a mythic
As you
point.
swing it, you watch her move her hand, her left hand,
Whoa.
and move the
Hold
blade
on.
to the side.
My apologies. I'm spending a mythic point to try to surge to hit her.
Okay. Then it may be a different thing she does. Go ahead.
That would be an additional 7 to the attack roll.
That does hit her. Give me damage.
Alrighty. I'm going to spend 2 rounds of rage for Raging Brutality, which allows me to add my Constitution score at 1.5 times to the damage roll.
Go for it.
I'm sending the damage your way now.
Do it.
I remember. Let me check here.
Sorry. I'm just kidding.
Did you get the damage?
Yes, I see it.
Perfect.
It's like 218.
Yeah, that's about as hard as I can fucking hit, so I'll take it.
And
Now-
she took the blow.
As an immediate action, I can use Paladin Sacrifice and direct that damage to me. She protected the dwarf. I'm protecting her.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
man.
She is not an ally. Do you have to have an ally as a target?
Let me check that. It says, you open up a brief but powerful divine conduit between you and another creature, taking on the damage and any
Okay,
effects that
creature.
would affect
That
the
works.
creature
As
suffer.
long as it says creature, you're good. All right, take 218 damage, Tim. You watch.
We are not here to hurt her. Take it.
That's okay.
All right. Let's see. You guys have done it. Maybe this will be it, or she drops the hammer. She lets it go as immediate action.
Okay.
How do I know that that attack would have gone through if if you didn't cast Paladin's Sacrifice?
Would the damage have gone through? Yeah, that hit her armor class.
Oh, no, I'm wondering if me as a character would have known that that should have hit.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, what you saw is the strike hit her, but you watched this divine conduit appear between your blade and her wound, and it channeled that energy like it was erasing the wound and caused the same wound to appear on Dharma's. You wounded her. He took the wound away.
Okay.
So the wound still counted. You had to hit the target to hurt them for him to take the damage.
Yes.
Perfect. I just wanted to know in character whether or not I can
You hit a
claim that I cut a
god?
god.
Yeah, you hit a god, man.
Bet.
Hit him hard.
Well, I would have put her to sleep in a round
And
or two.
Empress,
Yeah.
you saw the blow that landed on her,
Mm-hmm.
moved her to 3/4 of her life. She still had 3/4 more to go after the 218.
Okay. Oh, that's Kitty. I wasn't working on the Empress.
Okay, you did that. Lee?
Okay, I'm
You see
Gonna
she's
try
dropped the
to-
hammer?
She dropped the hammer, and isn't it game over? Fight over?
I haven't ended combat.
I
Still have to do what we came here to do.
It's Lee's turn now.
where did she drop the hammer?
Oh, it's leaning up against her. She dropped it to the... Let's put it this way. She dropped her offensive guard and let the hammer fall to the floor, but it's still in her hand. She didn't just drop it and let it fall. And understand the hammer has a shaft on it about 6 feet, or by her size, about 15 feet long.
Okay.
I think right
So
now's
if-
a good time to use your words.
So even could I, for example, run over there, grab it, and pull it away from her?
You'd
That
have to
would-
do a disarming check.
So it's not sitting on the floor at all?
No.
No.
It's just she's lowered the weapon. Oop. Dropping, lowered, sorry, used a wrong descriptive noun.
Right.
So she's lowered the
Okay.
weapon.
Right. Okay, well, I'll try and shoot her again.
All right.
It didn't work the first time. Let's see if it works this time.
There you go.
Use fortune.
Oh yeah. What does fortune do again? Sorry.
Before
twice.
rolling, you declare it, and you have one roll that you roll twice and take higher.
Okay. Could I have used that before?
Yes, you could choose one of your attacks there and say first, second, or third. I'm going to re-roll, and then we'll take that next roll you get out of your cycle.
Okay. The third attack
Okay,
on
go
there.
ahead. Go ahead and roll it again. Roll your attacks again, and we'll take the top one that comes in.
Okay.
Missed.
Did
There-
any of them hit?
Nope, they all through the air at her.
Okay. Yeah, this is not working for me.
Hmm.
No one likes someone who shoots a bow.
I love bows. Actually,
So
one of
do
my
I.
Some of my favorite character types are bow users. All right.
They're nice.
Do you move
I'll-
in or do
I'll-
anything else?
Yeah, I'll move in.
Okay.
So I'll take my 5-foot move. Because that's all I can do after doing all those attacks, isn't that right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'll take a 5-foot move, jumping over the
Rail.
yeah, the rail
Mhm.
in a flamboyant manner,
All right.
as should be done.
There you go. Wings flapping in the air as you flip over the bar, land your feet with your air. You do the power stance as you land, like all Marvel heroes should do.
Yeah.
Black Widow.
That was
I
funny
agree.
in Black Widow when she did it. She's like, "Oh my god, I'm doing it too." Okay. Moving on. Kitty.
And, sorry, as a quick action, because
Yes.
I'm going to do something different next. I'm going to spend another. This is going to hurt me a little bit, but I'm going to use another mythic point to do Arcane Strike again, and I will use another mythic point to make all my weapons unholy.
Okay.
Ow!
That works.
This is going to hurt.
What?
Ouch.
Yeah, it gives me a -1 level.
Yep.
Which I don't know how to do it on this thing here. I've
Yes,
no
the
idea how
black
to
veins of
do
energy
that.
ripple through your arms and face as you can see these black veins pulsating under your skin from holding
Yeah.
on to the weapon. Yep.
Not nice. Well, it's my hands,
Yeah.
so
Oh yeah, so
I
your
can't
arms.
drop them.
So your hands are dark, black, and then the veins of dark energy flow up your arms and into your face, neck, and any exposed flesh. They can see black veins flowing underneath it as it's draining that life energy level from you. Okay.
Really don't like this. I want to go home. I want to go back to bed.
Round 5, guys. Hers.
You just skipped
Oh,
me.
sorry. It keeps bouncing by,
no,
Kitty.
no, it doesn't keep. You keep pushing it forward.
No, I don't. I didn't. Okay.
What we're trying
Kitty's
to do,
turn.
push time forward.
Kitty.
Okay. I think at this point, Empress and Kitty are communicating back and forth.
Okay.
So, Kitty wants to do a move to be in the room,
Okay.
to start yelling at everyone to stop fucking fighting the goddamn angel.
Okay. You didn't do a
Because
move.
you don't want to piss her off. Can I please roll a diplomacy to calm everybody the fuck down?
At least her, the adversary, yes. You do a diplomacy check to calm her down, but it would take a spell to break Runeblade's rage. So, okay, you do a diplomacy check. You notice that Avoe looks up at you, and then she's looking at the rest of you.
There's a lot of testosterone going through this room, so getting us to stop fighting is difficult.
I'll wear my pointy shoes.
That'll make her do another sense motive.
Ow!
She made her sense motive. I didn't want to hurt any of you. Really. I wanted to help you all.
It doesn't help any of us. And especially doesn't help you.
Well, what does she do? Except saying that.
Just a second. You see her sigh as her aura ripples. Anybody inside of her red glow is affected by a calm emotion that does suppress rage. If you have a resistance, you can make it. You can also resist it with a will save. The DC on this is a 35. Oh, wait, no, this goes off for wisdom. That's higher, sorry. Hey, look at this DC. Sorry, that would be a 38. If you're wanting to maintain a rage effect, I will post this in general chat for everybody. It's the equivalency of this.
Where exactly is her aura? Is it the blue
It's the red.
circle?
It's the red circle.
Red.
It's the larger circle in the room. She is red. There you go.
I can't see a red circle. I can see a blue one.
I will make
It's outside.
I will
Outside
make
of blue circle. It's a much bigger circle. It's
Yeah.
half the room. More than half the room.
All right, thank you. I was confused then. Yeah, now I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
She's looking. You know,
Son of a
Zoe.
bitch. My mic was not connected. What I was trying to say is I was going to resist it and then drop the rage myself, but the spell ends it for me.
Okay. She looks at Darmus and then looks at all of you. And you can still hear the singing very clearly outside now. She looks back at Darmus and says, Zoemir sent you. He knew. He said so. I'm so sorry I made him blind. He was there when I forged it. She seems like the sadness is still welling up inside of her. I have hurt so many. So many have died at the edge of my hammer. So many lives I could have changed with words and not weapons. So many things I could have done that I wanted to undo. Don't you understand? I was doing all of this for all of you. Every bit of this I did because of you. What you've lost, you don't know. What greatness, the age, the golden age that was to come. It was promised to rise, all of you. Not but a few. I was doing this for all of you. You lost his light, his love. I know your people talk of the gifts he brought to your world. He did so much more. So much more. She looks to Sorrel. I hear my sister's songs on your lips. I hear your words. She looks at Darmus. And I hear what you say to me, Kitty LeBang. I am listening. She looks at the clock hand. What I have built cannot be undone. But you have a few moments now before it will start again. Before this anguish will begin again in me. I wished I could heal it. Others have tried. Their bodies litter this tower. And I weep for them too. I will bring him back. You cannot convince me otherwise. He will be back.
But see, that's where you're wrong. You can't change fixed points in time. There's a reason he died. And you have to let go.
If he is dead. But he's not.
Not in your heart. But that's where you need to keep him. You can't make him re-exist.
You can't make me change that which I wish to carry. I will do what I
So
must
you
do.
believe?
This tower is the strength of my belief.
You believe he's alive?
I know he is.
Why not go search for him?
I don't need to. I want to change time and change what he decided. I want a chance to talk to him one last time, like I'm giving you the chance to talk to me. I know I may not change his fate or his choice, but wouldn't you move a mountain to talk to one you love, you care about, one more time? If you could bend the heavens to your will, would you not bend it so? Would you not levy every ounce of power you had for one more moment if you could get it? Just that moment?
But you're tearing
I
everyone
would.
else apart, including yourself.
I hurt no one.
But you just said you were sorry that you didn't mean to hurt us.
I didn't mean to hurt him. She looks down at the dwarf. He is neutral in all of this. He has had always Arodens' love. You are all different. You are not him. You are eternal. You came here to disrupt my despair. You have. As I attempt to change one's decision, to get one more chance to levy a point, to change one's mind. That clock hand gives you but a few moments to levy yours and to come here for your purpose. And I don't think your purpose is to change my mind. Sorrel, what do you
Unfortunately
do?
not.
Alright, what's up?
Your turn.
Okay. Now, perhaps we can't change your mind, but we do need your help. The enemies of Arodens still exist, and we still intend to fight them. With your help, we need to reforge this piece of his shield.
Why would you need to reforge Arnescent? You want the shield remade? I cannot do that. The radiant energy that was Arodens he took with him. Very little of it is left in our existence and reality.
We need to recraft it into a spell so that a cleric of Aroden that we hope to find can purify one of the jars of Erasni.
His friend. Yes, she was corrupted. What have I missed? You watch her turn her eyes as they turn into rainbow haze? As you watch what looks like a projected x-ray of the building as she looks about. Sithun has corrupted even Erasni's phylacteries. It was bad enough what Geb did to her. So you have come here seeking me to reforge a piece of Arneson into a scroll, so that one of Arodens' faithful can echo the words in his mind upon it, or use it to power one spell to give her absolution.
That's correct.
That's a worthy cause. You see her reach under her armor and bring out a small stone hammer wrapped in leather, bound by wood. The maker. The real maker. You notice there's one chip gone out of the stone? This little chip that's gone, you've seen before. It's in the pommel of Ickawad's. That little shard he brings out every once in a while, that little piece he uses every once in a great while, fits into that hammer. Give this to me. You see her reach off of her chest and pull an anvil that's in the armament, the plate mail she wears. She sets it down, and as she does, it grows to large size. She puts the piece on it and takes this small hammer, which looks in her hand like a child's tinker hammer. And she begins levying her strength against it. And as she does, you watch and feel the building shift as you see all the cogs in the walls gap for a moment as she hits it so hard and flattens it out.
Mhm.
She flattens it out into a tablet. Takes her one whole round to do this.
We could also ask her about the stuff that we're considering taking away from here. What is her possession and what isn't? Is another option we could do.
She looks at you, Sorrel, and she hands the tablet. This will serve the purpose you need. It has enough radiant energy in it.
Thank you.
Be careful with this. Others will
We
seek
will.
it out. They need it for what they have planned for your future, which I have seen. You hear, good, very good. I am pleased. Comes from the back of the room. No! As you watch, chains whip out of the ground. Her cogs break themselves apart and become black iron chains. At the back of a room, at the back of this area, towards area which you would call 3, shaft, you watch a hole emerge in the building as a black form seeps through and rises into a humanoid shape
What?
with red glowing eyes.
Oh.
You see from its own black ichor it pulls out what looks like a walking staff. And it's walking with it, more like a rod.
What?
My plan worked flawlessly. Arrogance, pride, throw yourself against reality, did you? Think you could change the fate of all? Those are my domain. I needed a gap in time. I needed you to stop for a moment. And this is a long enough moment for me. Snaps his fingers, and you guys, unless you have a spell resistance higher than 41 I should roll, are standing out with a volée on the cliffside overlooking the city of Arachnis.
Oh,
Gold sword is gone from your side, Tim, but you guys have all the items you had on your possession. This isn't a question of asked. You were exited. Everybody, make a religion check.
I did.
Man, I don't have religion.
Pride, arrogance,
Yep.
those are
Who
the
was the
domains
one-
of Asmodeus.
Yep. He was one that took over Arodens' vacuum.
He laughed, too.
As soon as you said a walking stick that looked like a rod, I knew. I'm
And
like,
he said what? My plan worked
Worked
flawlessly.
Flawlessly.
Now do we understand who the architect is?
yes.
Yep.
So you don't need to ask that question anymore. You know who the architect was. He manipulated all these events to get you into this fucking room.
And this is the guy for example, I've been seeing in my dreams.
From time to time.
Yeah.
Little
With
bit
the
of horror.
Beholder Undead guy and stuff like that.
Absolutely. I had to make you all, in a sense. Make you come fast, didn't I? It's not
Shit,
like he could walk through the building, really.
Okay.
But he could come past judgment on one that's been avoiding that time, literally. You have the tablet as you watch the building crumble, as you watch the Goliaths begin their final rotation of destroying the town.
Which is as it should have been.
Yes. And inside Brian, you know Ichabod would be pleased, very pleased. This will be a story he'll like hearing. Because his God believes everything has its time. And this fucking angel was cocky enough to think she could change that.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
Universe of it all.
Yeah, no one should have knowledge of this place.
And this place shouldn't exist, so that's kind of what's happening, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Check the scrolls on my back. Do they still have the writing on it?
Yes.
Perfect. I'm going to gesture towards the group with the scrolls and say, the good news is we still do have knowledge of this place.
Oh, absolutely. But you also had the words ringing in your ears of the inevitable.
The scrolls.
About that.
You are variants.
Yep.
Not my primary obligation.
I mean, as long as we leave the rest of the gear here, we'll be fine, but the scrolls aren't of the tower. It's parchment we brought in.
Yeah, but the knowledge is of the tower. Knowledge counts.
At the same time, those runes are burned into my mind. There's no way for me to get rid of that.
No, there's no way for you to get rid of it.
A lot of this stuff is his priority, so I don't think he's necessarily going to come after any of it.
Not yet.
No.
I've posted something in the group yesterday, I think. Could I have an answer for that?
No, you're not able to perceive what her actual intentions are or the colorants.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't give anything to actually read the mind of another creature unless you actually pierce their mind to know their actual...
No, I didn't mean that. Just by the way he phrased it, was it clear that he meant something or not?
He was actually purposely vague enough to include everything in the tower. He was being purposely vague, you would believe that, because it forced him not to actually decide on individual categorized or cataloged items that he had in a manifest. But you would believe a being of that type already had a mental manifest, and he was actually being abstract in a lot of ways, just so that he didn't have to quantify.
Okay, thank you. That's exactly what I meant.
Yep. So
a safe... Oh, my apologies.
Oh, no. If there was a catalog, it would be his, and you wouldn't know. That was the net of it, too. So that's why I didn't answer, too. So I didn't want it to sound snobbish, but in a sense, it's... The creature is such a lawful being that you would imagine anything and everything in its life has got to have a catalog entry in it. So.
No, fair.
It's a safe bet that the gears have to go. Fortunately, the stick is still in the tower, so that's no longer a problem to worry about. And then the cogs of creation have to be left behind. Does that sound reasonable to everybody, or is there anything else that should be added to the list?
I think we went through it. I'm leaving the cogs of creation here.
I think that's fair, yeah.
As you guys start to unpack things, you see Avoli go, what are you doing?
thought we should leave these things.
Why is that?
From what the
Inevitable.
inevitable said.
Variants. We shouldn't be taking things from here.
Oh. You're not taking anything from there.
There
It doesn't exist.
Ha!
Yep.
Should have taken the clock hand.
Yeah.
Oh no. No clock hand.
And
And if your variance is by an inevitable's estimation, that is a personal manifestation. That is nothing to do with items. I believe they saw you as a variant because of the way you're built.
Hmm.
Yeah, the architect.
Understand, some beings believe that us Axioses built the inevitables in an afternoon, that it was a spell. We did and can say that we are their creators, but they took eons of their own evolution to become the way they are. To an outsider that sees the end product, they could think it happened immediately, like birthing children. But it would be much like saying that X evolved into Y in just a day. And evolution does have its time and has to follow a law of its own. And with the colorants and the inevitables and the holorants, they all follow a time that they evolved. You were made as well. You were evolved to be here. And I did play a part in that. And I do know my sister is suffering because of her choices. But I did not make that deal. There was no deal pinned. You know who you saw, and he saw you. That in and of itself is a price I can't expunge from you, and only he can expunge it from you, and he is known for his cruelty. The visibility, unfortunately, my actions have brought came with a cost. I had to know I did this to other sentient beings, and that through their sacrifice they could bring a healing to their world in one way. Maybe more ways that I could not comprehend, but at least one way. And ending a plague that was caused by another sister and her corruption. Now, I have been to the well, and the witches do not require me to sacrifice an eye to look in. You can be successful, but this will follow you, and I am sorry for that. And no, maybe I had no right to choose for you before you knew you would have a choice, but I had to do something. Much like you have to wield your weapon in defense of an innocent, or to undo a wrong. I had to wield my weapon, which was all of you. And I apologize for that. And I hold myself open to your judgment for reaching out to him and to Melba of the Degrar, and to Andros of the Last Rite. She kneels down, levying myself for your judgments, because I have forced part of this fate upon you, and that is over, and I am willing to accept your judgments. And she bows and stretches out her head.
Cyril, instead of judging her, do you mind if we ask for a favor in repayment?
I'd mind to forgive her myself, but what do you have in mind?
We could really use a hand forging this shield that would protect us from the Whispering Tyrant's wishes. And while we could go dungeon diving to go find the runes required to forge this shield, she knows them already. She could be an immense help in this research. Something that could protect us from these grossly unnatural capabilities.
Reforge the shield or rodent?
No, metaphorical shield. Something to protect our souls from his wishes. The way I was thinking of going about it is through runes of power. But if anybody has a better idea.
You are
We
owed
are.
that. You are owed that without changing any judgment you were laid against me. I had already set that path before you, and it was to go to Zopal, where Aroden had gone to learn some of his teachings while he was still mortal. In Zopal, he found the way of forging the shield. He grew the shield, actually. And that's where you would find those answers. Azadi traveled with him in Zopal because that's where he met Azadi. Azadi is from Zopal. That is her native land. That would not change any judgment you would levy against me. She's looking you all in the eyes. I forced you on this path. I forced reality to place the marks on your arms you all have. The only one here null of any of my judgment, or judgment against me, is you, Gojin, but Ikawad, your clan leader. I forced his fate as well, and in his fate he was punished harshly for it. His people did not accept him. You were all cast out as dead.
What happened during those 2 weeks? Do you know?
Your souls were all sparks that were known to Aroden and his faithful. I acted as a chronicler of Aroden. You all died an eon ago. I reached into the ether and pulled your sparks back. And I enlisted the aid of others. First, I sought out a necromancer. His name was Uchin, a beholder. He knew of a builder's complex that I could reforge the bodies within. But some of you, your souls had already begun to merge with your planes. I had no choice but to use more local resources. Your past, you had died on the field of combat. Some of you, the bodies were fresh, the souls I used within them. People remembered you, that made it easier. I used local time constructs to forge a bond between the souls of what was lost and the souls that had been destroyed. Who and what destroyed the souls of those that you inhabit now, I do not know. But those bodies were not your own. With my fixing, though, I repaired that. I gave your souls a plus of flesh that it could always be called back to. Very hard, very time-consuming. Took a lot of work. I helped Lupin quite long on that, much like the building of an inevitable. From that, I was able to figure out how to fix some of the disturbances in your memories. I found Mudava, the psych that runs most of the undertrade of the Narvath between the Darrow and the Ithalids. She was quite skilled at the manipulation of mental imagery and patterns in the brain and mind, so that I could make some of the discrepancies vanish. She helped greatly and locked away some of your past that was tied to your actual souls, because they were screaming to remember the past, and I wanted to spare you the despair and pain that my sister had already felt, of knowing the love and the embrace of Aroden, and it being withheld now. It hurts so. Finally, to give you the power to face my sister, and to help her see what she was doing was more than ethically wrong. I had to make an agreement, but not a deal, with the Dark One. He agreed. He saw that she had been avoiding his judgment for some time. He agreed. And in turn, he granted me the power to reach out to one already entombed. The one that was entombed was Gwendolyn, and from her we were able to steal the power. Yes. So what? Yeah, got it.
No, a package to pick up if it's the mail.
No, it's not that person. So you must understand, I did all of this to help. That's what I did, and I bear myself to these crimes before you.
Did your plan succeed in its fullest?
Yes. My sister is no longer damaging time.
Have you ever thought about what would happen if those memories just, came back for whatever reason? How fucked we'd be?
Yes, I did. That is why I am offering myself for your judgments. I found bodies that were close for some of you to your original races. Some I was not able to. She looks at Darmus. You even get close.
Is this close?
No.
Is that the visions we've had of the undead dragon, the man with the staff?
Yes.
Are those our past lives?
Yes.
So who was I, the dragon or the man?
I do not know. I know only the soul I found floating in the ether that was partially destroyed. Hey Brian, could you move away from your mic a little bit? It's really overwhelming. Thanks.
That was it.
Thank you.
That why we know of a being called Maestra?
It was the world I pulled you from. You did not die on Galorian.
Yeah.
These bodies did.
Okay, wait a
So-
second. Are you trying to tell me Kitty LeBang is dead?
She died.
And that's why she's twice as popular is because she fucking came back from the dead?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
From another plane, even.
Oh my god. You did pick a nice body though. I mean, it is spot on. Good stuff. But I still can't believe I'm dead. What am I supposed to do now?
Dead.
Oh my god. Like a zombie?
She'd live forever.
I don't want to live forever. I just want to pop out kittens and go home.
I can
got a
open up
job
a
to
portal
do.
to take you all back.
Go back where?
Well, I mean, thank you for another chance. But still, playing with us like that.
What judgment do you bear against me? You are the tribunal.
Oh. 1 second. One more question. Since we're braced for it, now we know that we've been modified to such a point that we're no longer recognizable. What would happen if we get our memories back now?
For you, that's
Try to
not
balance
true.
the two lives.
For you, that's not true.
What you mean? I thought you said that you rewrote our memories, found new corpses for us to get shoved into like a puppet.
Your souls. But your souls have to have an ancestral length to their body. I could not make... The only one that was the exception was Dharmas. He took so much work. And Armas, his brother. Their souls had degraded so badly because of their non-believer state that I had to just pick bodies. But with you, Sorrel, Kitty, Icawad, Mux, Varja, I was able to find descendants. Your lineage is who you're in. Souls do that. They have an affinity to their progenies. Have you ever heard, you look like your father, you look like your grandfather? Sometimes that is the soul coming back in its manifestation. Many lives, same soul. All I did was try to fix that a little quicker and to make sure that when it did come back, it could meet a specific need the cosmos had. I played a god for a while and tried to write a destiny for others, and I didn't succeed in that destiny. My goal was for my sister to release time from hostage that she was holding it in. The ramifications were causing 2 other worlds that don't touch yours and Galorian. Great harm.
The body I live in.
An ancestor of your own. An angelic one. Most of you as Mirians, it was easy. You were angels. Those are easy to fix. Mortals are hard.
Yeah, I don't think I look like my ancestors.
It's almost time. I will open a portal for you. See her move her fingers as her hair trails off and her fingers trail off light green runes in the air. As it flows into these runes flow into an archway beside her and open up into a doorway where you can see the green fields of her, looks like Galorian. Not sure really where they're at.
I'm out of here, man.
Okay, you walk
This
through
is
the door.
your all's do. Hell yeah.
Okay. And you see a dark doorway begin to open on her other side. I must now pay for what I have done.
I walk through that door back to Glorian. I want the name of the ancestor I come from.
I will also walk through that one as well. I have nowhere else to go.
Okay. Anybody linger?
Is she will?
She's getting ready to walk through the black door.
Is she willing to give me the name of the ancestor I originate from?
You already know. She steps through the door. As she does, you guys hear screams of horror.
Yeah.
Wailing sadness and sorrow.
So Empress is gonna grab
The door
Kitty's
closes.
hand
The black one.
and pull her
Yep.
through the other portal.
Time to go home.
Okay,
Yep.
you guys.
Yeah, not much we can do here.
You guys
What a
are on
goddamn
the
waste.
southern plains of what looks like actually the southwestern plains of Vigil. Outside looks like a small hamlet.
What of the Grave Knight and his army?
You can see a dark cloud on the horizon, but as you land and step out, beautiful field. You can see there's a dark cloud over there by where Vigil's at. You know that's probably the conflict going on. the small village in Hamlet that's probably about 8 miles away, you guys watch it explode. Poosh! As you watch a gaping crater, as you watch energy ripple across that area, obliterating the town and the forest around it. Just rippling with a black and golden energy that exploded from the center of the town. At that, we will pause, my men and ladies. And you have attained a mythic tier and feat. So go up 1 mythic level. You have also now gained enough experience points for the group to go up. I will post this actually in Discord. I believe this will move the 18s to 19 and bring the 16s up to probably about 18. All right?
Cool beans, man.
Cool.
I hope
Alrighty.
everybody
Thank you.
enjoyed the session.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Gaming this, man.
No problem.
Have
I
a
know
good
it was
holiday.
A little more theater of the mind this time, but that's always good. Not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have a good weekend.
You too.
Same thing.
Have a good one, everybody.
See everybody in 2
See you
weeks.
guys.
I'll post anything, and if you need to update your characters, let me know. Also, I'll be sending out some invites inside the Discord channel for those that want to try out a session. We can figure out a day of maybe an hour or two. Just trying combat inside of Foundry VTT. See how, and this would just be generic characters, nothing like your characters in this game. Just to kind of see what the others that haven't tried it, think of it, okay?
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Alrighty, thanks everyone. Bye.
Yeah.
Later.
Okay.
Bye bye.